share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it live.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe.
yeah.
We keep it live.
We here.
Keep it live.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Tuesday morning, baby. Man. There's something about that beat, y'all. It's just something about that beat. I don't know what it is. It's something about that beat. We got to let it ride for just a little bit, y'all. Just let it ride. Bro, I gotta let that beat ride. Come on now. Come on, man. We gotta let that beat ride just a little bit. Good morning, everybody. Man, y'all just don't know how good I feel this morning, man. Listen, this morning started a new era for Coach Smook Network, y'all. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. Before we get into anything, before I do anything, first I want to thank God, right? First I want to thank God. But before I talk about any football, anything outside of everybody that's showing up right now here to the Coach Smook Network, the Coach Smook Morning Show, I got to say thank you, because today started a whole new era for the Coach Smook Network. This morning, we got the chat. We got my admin team got together right before I came on live, and we had a prayer moment, man. And when I say God is really doing something special over here, and a lot of people not going to understand how we moving. A lot of people not going to understand it, but it's not for you to understand. I want you to know that if you're supporting the Coach Smook Network, you're supporting something special, and it's not because of me. We have a community of people that are really speaking like positive things about what's happening in their personal lives just for being a part of what we're constructing here, what we're pushing, the vision that we're pushing, the vision that we're carrying out. And people are becoming a part of this community every day. And it ain't for everybody. You know, if you come in with the wrong mindset, it's not for you, and that's fine. We're not saying there's anything wrong with that. But check who just pulled up for work today. The white, guess who pulled up for work today, man? But it's for everybody. If you are looking for positivity, if you're looking for fun, if you're looking for authentic people that are going to be real, you know, regardless of your opinions. You know, some of y'all get mad because you know, you have difference of, that's fine, but that don't stop you from being a part of this family, a part of this community. It's what you do after. You know, after this, who are you after this? That's what our people are. That's who we are. That's what this community is. And we're going to continue to grow, man. We're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to spread the positivity. People are going to continue to be affected by how we move because it's authentic. And that's the best thing. Woke feeling like that Bama defense is going to show up this weekend. Had to slap myself and get right for real, though. It's a shout out would be fire. What's up, Rich B? I want to go forget you, bro. I want to go forget you, bro. We've been talking about another shutout for this whole season, bro. And I believe this would have to be the game. This would have to be the game, bro. This would have to be the game. That's what I would want to see, right? Ain't that what we want to see? Y'all let me know how my mic sound. I feel like it sound kind of buzzy. If it sound buzzy, I'm gonna get it fixed. But how y'all feeling, man? Keep being genuine and let's take it to the top. NABJ 2020. Listen, y'all, my manager dropped some freaking bombs on me yesterday. Had me in tears. I come to my team meeting, they back there all excited and motivated. Like, God is really moving, man, and I'm just going to continue to trust him. And I thank y'all for supporting it and pushing it, y'all. I really do. And I think the Alabama Crimson Tide, man. Who knew having passion for a team, such a great team, having passion for such a great team would get you in places where you never thought you would be. Just having passion, being real, uniting people that share that same passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it is. That's all it is. We ain't doing nothing special. We just being authentic. God is doing what he's doing, and we thank him for it. But jumping into the show, man, I want to thank everybody for pulling up. Y'all see me put y'all names on the screen. So we working on, listen, y'all pray. We trying to make a pitch for, to a producer, y'all. She's a part of the family. She's an extension, not extension no more. She's a part of the family. We're trying to make a pitch for a producer to come on screen and help me run this show, y'all. Somebody very special, near and dear to the family. You know, met one time, and I feel like I've known him my whole life. Met him in person one time, and I feel like I've known him my whole life. And y'all, I want y'all to help me campaign, getting JB's wife, the boss lady T. We got a boss lady crew, y'all. We got boss lady Carla, we got boss lady KT, we got boss lady Susan, we got boss lady Twin, we got boss lady Mary. Now we need boss lady T. We need boss lady T. That's the lovely JB wife, man. The lovely JB 718, his wife. We need boss lady T to come on and produce the Coach Smook Network morning show. Go ahead and get her out there, man. Somebody help me campaign. Can we get posters made? Can we do a super chat for the? Can we campaign for the posters with the posters, y'all? Can we do that? Come on, y'all. Let's get boss lady T on the squad, man. I need a boss lady back here producing back here. You get what I'm saying? See the producer. Don't that sound good? if y'all making my pitch right now. Y'all gotta help me out. She ain't gonna be no easy pitch, y'all. We gotta bring our A game, so y'all help me out. Yeah, man, y'all gotta help me out. Help me campaign. We gonna roll the red carpet out. We gonna bring her in on a recruiting visit, right? And we gonna have JB. What kind of candy she like? JB, what kind of candy she like? What's her favorite food? Somebody get that. I need my insiders to get up there to Charlotte and do some scouting. I need y'all to get inside, and I need y'all to get over there. I need y'all to get over to Charlotte right now. And I need like 2 spies. I want y'all to know something about Curtis, y'all. Not just because he's my manager. When I heard him speak the first time, I just knew it was something in his voice, man. This guy's a master motivator. I don't know what his future plans are, like personally. And I know he keeps saying he didn't want to come back in the game, but he has work left to be done. And I think God has really pulled that out of him. And us connecting. When destiny is connected, y'all, you see some amazing things happen. And having him as a big brother and somebody as a mentor and as a guide through this whole industry and just everything, man. And we don't talk every day. It's not like he's telling me what to do and what to say. Doesn't even bother me from that aspect. It's just, he's always keeping my eyes like locked in on the bigger picture. He's helped me do that. And the bigger picture is not just here on YouTube, y'all. It's back home in Phoenix City, Alabama, where when I can have a network that's pouring back into the community, man. Y'all just don't understand how much violence is going on back home. I remember when growing up, we had violence, we was throwing hands. But all the killings and the deaths that's happening, every day I go to check Columbus Twitter or Phoenix Twitter or, any area that I'm from, even Montgomery, man. Yes, we got to find a way to pour back into the next generation. This world, God already said what this world going to be, but we got a chance to affect it. And he's helping me keep that vision, be on the path to that vision and fulfilling that. And I appreciate my brother for that. And everybody on my team, but he's doing his part and working what he knows to work, what his expertise are. And man, it's been a great connection. And I thank God for him, bro. This is a true brother right here. And my whole team, bro. I'm telling you, my team is crazy good. Everybody gonna be looking for suits and ties and blue collars when we step out, and they're gonna be like, "Who are these people?" Like when God has something for you, it's okay. I keep getting excited, y'all. I've been up since about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Y'all know how I do. I start getting into this like wave. Y'all know the first 20 minutes, I gotta just kind of bring it down. I'm trying to bring it in and bring y'all in and let everybody get settled before we start talking football and all that good stuff. Cause I know that's what you showed up for. We gonna get into that. We got South Carolina this week, but I just want y'all to know I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I wanted you all to know that it means a lot every time you all show up, drop a comment, you drop a like, you share, all that. You share and you do everything that's asked of you. I appreciate it. You dialogue, you interact, you debate, all of that stuff is appreciated. And so if you're not a member of the AAA family, which I see nothing but members, let me make sure I ain't got my stuff set to members only live right now. Limiting my algo real quick. Let me do something before we jump into the show. Because y'all know I was being petty the other day when we had the news release. That's the last time we was live. So let me make sure. Because then if that's the case, then everybody ain't getting they notifications that we live. So we want to make sure we getting everybody in there. Everybody in their mothers, respectfully, up in here. You know what I'm saying? All right, we good. It's public. We got 50 live in the chat. 19 likes. Hey, come on, run them likes up for you, boy. I gotta keep that chat up over there. I like that. Y'all, but let's jump into the show. But if you're not a member, please think about becoming a member. Make sure you're liking, subscribing when you come in. But also think about becoming a member. Subscribing is free on YouTube. But becoming a member, it allows you to get behind the scenes, see some things. Yesterday, they got to experience some live breaking news about Jaheim Otis and all this other stuff, reports from the meetings. If you aren't a member, you won't get to see that. Some of you got to see the beginning of it, but you didn't get to get the good stuff. You want to get the good stuff? Become a member. Join the AAA family. And you want to know how to do it? This is how you do it. Check this out right here. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Did somebody say put me in the game? The time has finally come. Here at the Coach Smook Network, we are officially launching our first merchandise line. We will have a lineup of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies available, with more items to come in the future. The way you can find these items is by simply going to the YouTube page, clicking on the links, and you will see the Coach Smook Network merchandise link below. Or during our live stream, type in the chat !merch, and you will see the link come up. And from that website, you can purchase all the variety of merchandise that we have available. Don't wait too long. Don't wait until it gets close to the end. Coach Smook Network is growing fast, and I'm glad to be a part of what we're building here. Thank you for your support, and go get your merch, man.
It's here. Authenticity above all. AAA family. Coach Smook. You know what it is.
Leandre Gota Tejus.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the sponsors, man. Y'all just don't understand, y'all. We really growing. Our sponsors, we had a quick meeting. I think it was Saturday, early Sunday, right after church. I had a quick meeting, man, and they got some great things going on in Rusk County Middle School. Shout out to Rusk County Middle School, man. They ended the season 6-0 with one tie. They just won their region championship last night. So shout out to Rusk County Middle School, man. Give it up, man. Y'all got to give it up for my man. I'm proud of my little alma mater now. Come on now, y'all got to give it up for Rusk County, man. They changing it up out there. They really changing the culture, and we're discovering more schools and high schools and high school athletes that are being an intricate part of changing their football culture. The culture, not just football. We're doing all athletic spots, but all athletics, but we're talking about just guys who are really dedicated to staying home. You know, it's so easy for a star athlete to leave home and go to like an IMG or like where I'm from to leave Russell County and go to Central, which is a great school. I graduated from Central, but I started everything in my heart is at Russell County. If I didn't get kicked out of that mug, I would have graduated from there too. You know what I'm saying? But don't talk about me, y'all. I used to be one of them. I used to be one of them bad preacher kids. I was smart though. I kept them grades up. 3.4 GPA, graduated. The only reason I didn't have 3.8 is because your boy didn't want to go to Spanish. They was trying to kill you, brother. But I just want to continue to push that. So shout out to Russell County Middle School and Russell County High School. They locked up their playoff spot last weekend, last Friday night. And Bryson Riggins still one of the top quarterbacks. He's actually the number one passing QB in 6A and number 8, I believe, in the state of all quarterbacks in Alabama, in the state of Alabama. And he's a junior this year, has a whole nother year to continue to grow and get better. I think this young man is on his way to really setting some new records, some new heights, but also turning some big Power 5 eyes his way. And I'm not going to put too much out there, but there was definitely a SEC school at the homecoming game and was very intentful in speaking with the offensive coordinators. I'd be watching. So I was happy to see that, to see the growth, man. All those young men putting in her hard work. I love it. You know, checked in with Luke Metz and Michael Carroll, 2 Alabama commits, both 4-star commits at the University of Alabama, class of 2025. Offensive lineman Michael Carroll texted him right after the game. I'm talking about motivated. Guys are motivated. Everybody thinks that loss is going to be something, you know, big against in recruiting. A lot of these kids look at it as an opportunity for them to show up and really have an opportunity to play. They see how many young guys are out there getting an opportunity to make mistakes and play ball. So that's a motivation to get here early. Guys like Keelan Russell excited about showing up early and being able to compete in spring. Realistically compete for the next starting job. And I think it's going to happen. I think Keelan Russell is going to challenge Ty Simpson and Dylan Lonergan for that starting position. Or should I say Dylan Lonergan, Ty Simpson? Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying what I know. I'm just saying my opinion. That's what I know. Dylan Lonergan, Ty Simpson. You know, that's the, y'all want me to be honest about next year. That's just me. And I'm telling you, Ty Simpson is committed. He's going to compete. I'm just saying right now, if I put him out there, that's where I'm going. For next year, the new wave, the true start of the boy era, like the real proven year, I think Dylan Lonergan gives you the best opportunity. Here, if Russell comes in at this trajectory, at this development rate, I'm telling you, we're going to do a day where we break down our Alabama 25 commits. They're up to their midseason, because a lot of them have put their midseason highlights out. We'll get a live going Thursday. We'll do that. We'll bring all the fellas up, all the young men that's committed to the University of Alabama in 25. We'll do that. We'll jump into that. All right, little small talk, but jumping into the show this morning, man. Y'all know this week we have the University of South Carolina, man. USC juniors, you know, that's how we talk about them. That's what we call them when we want to create a little buzz. But this week, I don't think we're trying to create no buzz, but no buzz, but the buzz that we need in our locker room, our own locker room. That's the type of buzz we're trying to create. We're trying to create some type of buzz. We're trying to light a fire under our guys. And so today we're going to dive into the topic, man. We're going to talk about Alabama, South Carolina here on the Coach Smook Morning Show. And I'm really going to open the phone lines up this morning. And I'm gonna allow you all to share your thoughts on what we have to do, because later on this week we will have our actual breakdown show where we will have a special guest on this week. and we'll dive into the conversation of the schematics of what we see that South Carolina does so great that could really challenge our Alabama Crimson Tide. So jumping into the show, man, we can really dive into this conversation. But checking in on Twitter, we got to really address some things, y'all. Like, Alabama fans have to really come to grips with this thing, that this is not the end of the season, nor is this the end of what this defense can do. We have I want to throw some numbers out there as far as our defensive numbers going into this week. Being that Vanderbilt was probably the most least, I want to say, explosive offense we had seen up until this point. I want y'all to understand it's not necessarily the play calling. If we get back to the fundamentals on both sides of the ball, I mean, I went back and I watched the Vanderbilt game, y'all, and y'all know I gave the offensive line a A+. I was like, they did so great. Guys, we struggled up front too. And I saw some things that were concerning that Vanderbilt did, that if South Carolina does it with their defensive front, they can cause the same type of problems Vanderbilt did. They don't have an explosive offense. They can't move the ball very well. They're dependent on their defense to carry the game. So if they could slow the game down again, and we can't extend drives on offense when we get the ball, and we can't get off the field on third downs because we're missing tackles, we will have problems again. All right? Now, South Carolina, we know that their offense is struggling, but one thing South Carolina is doing effectively is tackling. South Carolina has total in all their games has only had 17 missed or broken tackles. 17, and this is the PFF scores. And I want to be corrected too. So when y'all go look at the missed tackle numbers for PFF, understand that they're only giving Gary, you a fool. JB got everybody hype off of that one. We got some clips that we're gonna be posting today from yesterday's show, because that was a fire show. I appreciate y'all for adding to that show yesterday, man. Every call will be clipped. I promise you, that thing was fire. Listen, and don't forget, if you want to be a co-sponsor on today's stream, I forgot to say this. My team always get on to me. If you want to be a co-sponsor on today's stream, 5 gifted memberships, Cashapp, PayPal, Venmo, direct donations, and all green super chats will be recognized as co-sponsors on today's stream. So if you want to continue to help the network grow, please think about contributing. Y'all know today, after today's live, I'll be getting on the road. Me and nephew will be on campus today, with Coach Smook, trying to get some reactions from the Vanderbilt game, and also getting some score predictions from the South Carolina game. So I know it's going to be an exciting one. That's why we're running through the show today like we are. We're not going to get our 3 hours. We're going to get 2. So if Greg is in the chat, if 2 hours ain't good enough for a fix today, brother, that's all I got. I got to go re-up today on campus, if you know what I mean. Roll Tide. But nah, y'all, back into the conversation, man. I just want to give y'all the opportunity to become co-sponsors on today's stream. But you need to watch that whole show. Oh, yeah, it was good. It was good. What's up, T? What's up, T? Oh, Tina pulled up, y'all. I gotta stop this show. Curtis, boss ladies, everybody, I gotta stop it. We gotta stop this show. I gotta get the horn out. Listen, I feel honored and privileged. You gotta say, when you ask for something, he gonna give it to you. You just gotta ask the right way, right? Just gotta ask the right way. Y'all welcome my sister into the chat, y'all. She AAA. She don't need no badge to know where she's standing in this family. This woman showed up and showed out at the tailgate. You would have thought she'd been around us forever, since the beginning, like for real. Like, you would think that she's in here every day. And yo, welcome to the chat, T. Just want to look. Thank you, sis, for pulling up. We got a campaign. We campaigning. Look. Everybody campaigning. Go ahead, y'all. Shower. Yeah. We need Coach Carl to be a guest. Carl who? Carl Tucker? How about Coach Carl Tucker? Coach Carl, let me see. If you talking about Carl Tucker, I think Carl AAA, man, he be coaching, man. It's hard to get him in, man. It's hard to get him in. But we plan on having him in November. He said his schedule opening up. If we're talking about the same Carl, his schedule going to be opening up. But jump back into the conversation. And y'all, thank y'all for welcoming T. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, I see this thing happening. Y'all know how I get when things get to rolling. I be seeing this thing happening. Let's go. But back into the conversation, y'all. Alabama, South Carolina. This team can provide some fits up front if we don't fix some things, especially in our run game. I really, if I had to have a concern offensively, Not that I have many offensively, because the offensive line does consistent enough when they have consistent play calling. And we're going to talk about coaching. We're going to talk about players executing. Now, I can understand Nick Sheridan. You see mismatches. You want to attack it. You want to jump out for the early lead. Now is the time of the season where you're in SEC conference play. You don't have to show your hand with everything. Sometimes you have to be the muscle. You have to impose your will. And I think it's time for us to start showing that we can impose our will. Physicality is a must. I saw my brother Stephen Smith on TDA. I didn't watch a lot of it because it started getting real wang over there, but the first thing he said, and I agree 100% with it, was the physicality aspect needs to be reapplied. And I don't know why I'm disappearing and turning Fantastic Four on y'all, but I'm gonna get that fixed real quick. Invisible, not a woman, but man, I wonder why. Oh, that's why. Because we sitting here with the fade up to like 52. We needed at 47, 46, even better. There we go. It's a little bit better. I shouldn't be fading in and out now. But we got a lot of things to dive into. So as we get ready to dive into the schematics of it later on in the week, I just want to open up the phone lines and hear your thoughts, man. What has South Carolina done? I'm not really threatened by their offense. I think their offense is going to have a game plan to attack us because they saw a lot of weaknesses. But I also think our defense makes the adjustments, which is simply just tackling, y'all. We're not going to see that triple option offense many more times this season. People are going to try to run variations of it now that they saw how Vanderbilt. But if you don't do that every day, if that's not what you're built to do, it's not going to have the same effectiveness. And I think there's a lot of film study, and there might be more keys, more assignment key talk this week in practice than there is more so of repping things. I think there should be more, like your physical peers need to be physical, but I think your rep peers need to be a lot of conversation and a lot of mental reps need to be had in this week's practices, in this week's film sessions. We really have to take a moment and allow players to process things now. Stop making it so easy. Challenge them to think so that in the game, when they're faced with multiple facets of an offense or options, they're already thinking. That's one thing we faulted Saban's system for doing, for not allowing players to just go and fly around. But we see now, when you let players fly around, they are disciplined. So we see a method to the madness. You got to find the correct balance, correct? And so I think that's what this staff's challenge is this week with the defense, finding that correct balance of, hey, assignment based, but also directive. This is optional. You have to be extensive in your thinking. You have to process things. You have to be a step ahead when you're out there. Yes, you got this alignment. For post snap, you might get this movement. You might get this stem post snap. I'm telling y'all, man, we got. I'm thinking we can have an opportunity to see the aggressive nature of defense that everybody was demanding this last game. You guys will see the difference in how you can dial up pressures against a read option based offense or against a traditional drop back style, or you get what I'm saying? Like I think we're going to see a lot of pistol with South Carolina. Sellers is back. I think they're confident in his abilities. You look at the passing stats, they're sneaky, guys. They're sneaky. He can rip it. Definitely an athlete, can use his legs to create plays. Our defense is going to have to wrap up and be disciplined. He's not a weak guy. Bigger kid. I think he's 6'3", 6'4", 215, right? 220-ish. So we got to get there. The O-line block for Justice, it looked like he was tiptoeing, but it also looked like the O-line got pushed 2 yards into the backfield by the time the handoff. You know what, Jay? It was a few plays early on. I could say that a few matchups weren't won up front. But when I say aren't won, that means they aren't getting a push on the other side. Now, getting stood up and getting pushed back is one thing. I saw a lot of times where guys were getting stood up, but as an offensive lineman, as long as you're not getting pushed back, especially early in the game, everybody's firing off. You're getting a feel. You're getting a feel for that push. You're trying to find what assertion level. You don't know what type of drive you're going to have to endure, so you're gauging naturally, right? Everybody does. You're gauging. Even when you know the shot play is coming to start the game off, you're still gauging. The quarterback, he's not going to just rip it, If it's the shot play across, deep crosser, he's not going to just rip it. He's going to time that. He's going to try to time it up. He's going to gauge it. So that's what happens early on in the game. Now, the first drive, I saw what you saw. I saw a little bit of pushback. I saw more standing up than pushback. But that second drive, when we got the ball back on, and there was the turnover, the offensive line was doing their job. Justice Haynes had 2 carries on that drive. I think the first one went for 12 yards or something like that. But You saw the next carry, it was like he was tiptoeing just like he did in the first drive. And so I want to see him be a little bit more assertive in attacking the holes. That even the gaps, sometimes you have to. Patience don't mean stutter stepping. It means just seeing the hole, flowing, and then attacking. And he's not doing that. He's kind of hesitating, kind of sitting back, not really flowing to the play action, to the play call. You get what I'm saying? He's kind of trying to make things happen, kind of like Najee used to do. And you see how Najee had to learn. He had to learn the hard way. Everything doesn't have to be a big play. The moment you start running physical and downhill at Alabama for Coach Gillespie, the more carries you're going to see. That's what Jam is doing. This is going to be the first real test for our DBs. You think so? I don't think so. I don't think the quarterback play is going to be a real test for us. This is South Carolina. I don't know if you think we're stepping into Missouri this week or Tennessee, but this is South Carolina. I think the DB should rebound from last week with not having to have such strong, aggressive design read calls for them. You know, securing perimeters, like sealing edges. Like they get to be a DB this week for real. And they had opportunities last week. I went and looked at some of the passes that was completed. It's nothing different to me. The DBs played solid on the pass game last week. You had the one broken play, the missing coverage by Malachi Moore. You know, that was just a perfect play call from the Vanderbilt offense, seeing that he was playing so aggressive on the run action. It was very, very aggressive play from the safeties in the run action because they were hurting us. Shout out to the 67 in the chat on YouTube, the 65 on Twitter, and the 1 on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, drop that reaction. I want to see who he is. I want to give you a special shout out, Facebook. And if you jump over here on YouTube, I got something for you, Facebook viewer. Jump on YouTube and check in and say I put me in the game, coach, from Facebook. Put me in the game, coach. Yeah, let me check out some of these comments before we get into this first call segment. He said, we have what it takes to still be champions. This is all about the players and them policing the nonsense. We will lock in and Jalen will make sure of it. And again, we won't see an offense like Vandy. I agree. Jay says this is going to be a test for our linebackers and discipline because that QB will run and we can't afford to just give up 12 constant yards on a tuck. 100%, Jay. I agree 100%. Linebacker play has to step it up. Lawson, Campbell, it's on you guys. Hopefully Jefferson comes back healthy. Quay Rusaw's back. Q-Rob, I feel like played a solid game minus that penalty. He played a very good game coming in playing a true end technique. This last game, something that he's not really built for. He's an edge rusher. He's a pass rush specialist. He can cover. He did good playing that end spot. I think that good. We don't need to think another team can wait. Hold on, Michelle. I don't. You hit send too fast. Bot Riggs then checked in for work today. Christopher Perp says, I don't know. He was arrested for battery. Oh snap! Hold up. Who? Lordy, have mercy. Who? I don't know what happened. Man, listen, yeah, we don't need to think these teams are cupcake teams no more. Everyone is building their super teams. Prime example, Vandy. If Bama don't make changes now, it will be a long season. We understand. I think those fellas understand that now. You cannot play the logo anymore. You cannot play the logo. There's no possible way to track every roster. But transfer portal is definitely made it a thing to do. Check these rosters before you start game planning. You got to start looking. See, you can't even do film study on teams last year. You can't even do film studies on teams last year because guess what? They'll go out and get the third best receiver on Ohio State's roster, which could be the best wide receiver on any other roster in the country. They'll get the third best receiver from Alabama roster and put him on the roster. They'll get the third or second best cornerback from Georgia and Kentucky. And all these players that didn't get to play, they'll put them on these rosters, right? Where they had guys that were in the trenches. You had the hustle players. You had the dirty, grimy guys that'll go in and get it, right? That'll make it a tough game. That'll go out there and do whatever coach asks, right? You have those guys already. Now you gonna get the superstars and you can give them a check to do it for a year. Come here for a year and you can be our feature guy. You can be our guy. It's not that hard anymore. So before we dive into the conversation, y'all, I'm gonna go into this infomercial break, and then when we come back, we'll open the phone lines up. Alabama versus South Carolina. Your thoughts, your questions, your answers, my thoughts. We could dialogue. We're gonna give you 7 minutes on the line, man. We want to try to get 3 phone calls in on this first segment here. 3 to 4 phone calls in 7 minutes apiece. Boy, when you call in, make sure you say your name and put me in the game, coach. Wait until the phone line is open to call in. And once you hear or see somebody on the line, please just wait, guys. We've been getting some of our phone calls clipped. You know, you can hear that clip when somebody else is calling in when somebody's on the line. We're trying to find a new software to use so it could be a smoother transition. But until then, let's try to be decent in order. Let's operate in decency and in order, okay? I appreciate y'all for supporting y'all, but let me try to fix this camera in this infomercial break. And when we come back, we'll dive into the phone lines. I can't wait to hear y'all, man. Can't wait to hear y'all. Hey, if you're a AAA, I appreciate you. Shout out to our sponsors, man. I love our sponsors. They do what they do, man. They pushing us on the back end. They really promoting Coach Smook Network. Got a lot of families reaching out for us to do features on their kids. And I can't wait to get into that. So can't wait. Hey, shout out to our sponsors, Diamond Sports Group. Everybody, all the entities a part of it. We appreciate you and your support. Men Standard Executive Security. And of course, what this stream is powered by, the AAA family. Shout it out, man.
Leandre Gota te Giusto.
Yeah, y'all know what time it is, man. Yeah, it's time for that first thought calling segment. Get ready to call in, share your thoughts. Alabama versus South Carolina. I want to hear your voice, man. I want you to talk to me. Let's talk some football. I think it's time to really start talking football this week. We need to see more football. We don't need to see no more TikToks. We don't need to see no more. I mean, I love the community service. Let's see some football this week. Got our first call on the line. Let's see who it is.
Call from
Zachary put me in.
Yo, Zach, what's up, man? I ain't even let this finish. I'm just ready to hear my boy talk. What's up, Zach?
What's going on, Coach Smook?
How you feeling, man? How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good, Coach Smook.
That's what's up, my brother. That's what's up. Talk to me, Zach. What's your thoughts on this game this week, man?
Yes, I want to see our guys. I want to see our veterans communicating with the other guys, getting them in the correct positions, you know, and us making tackles this game, not missing any tackles, making tackles.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to see an overall improvement on the defensive side of the ball. The offense, we've been doing good on offense. Let's not start making mistakes on offense now and be lackadaisy, you know, and, you know, but overall, I think we overlooked Vandy because it was Vandy, you know, in our mind. And so we learned our lesson from that. And so now we refocus, re-energize, and we're gonna go out and whoop some butt Saturday.
I feel you on that, Zach. I feel you on that. So talk to me, matchups that you want to see, man. Offensively, our offense versus their defense. What do you see being the matchup that needs to be exposed, or something that you want to see positively from our offense as far as their execution?
I want to see our running game dominate this week, because it didn't last week.
Mm-mm.
And ultimately that was one thing that cost us, and not necessarily it was the defense that cost us majority, but if we could have ran the ball and controlled the clock some, that would have put, more pressure on Vandy's offense to, to compete, and maybe we could have made a few more plays, But overall, I want to see our running game dominate. On defense, I want to see our linebackers dominate. Jahad Campbell, Devontae Lawson. I want to see y'all fill the holes, and make plays. Don't stand flat-footed like y'all did last week. You get to Vandy, attack and be aggressive like I know y'all can, and I have seen y'all do last season and even this season. So I just want to see an overall improvement on defense, from the defensive line to the linebackers to the cornerbacks and safeties. I want to see, and I would like to see Kane put Xavier Brown and Red Morgan in better situations. Because typically he likes to leave them on an island by themselves.
Yep, and we can't have that no more. It's not happening.
Have that because obviously they're. I'm not saying that they're not talented enough to handle that. Just right now, they're not ready for that kind of pressure right now. So until they get used and develop in this scheme, we need to give them over the top help. What we gotta do, whatever we gotta do to help them to where they're not on an island by themselves anymore.
100%.
And that's the only really knock that I have on Kane Walnut right now, is him putting them in bad positions. And it's not necessarily him. It's just, they're not ready to take that step yet. And which they're still young, they're freshmen. So it might take them a year or two, to get developed to where they can handle that kind of responsibility. And so I just want to see us compete and execute this week, and not look lackadaisy and non-existent like we did last week, and just like a mediocre team. And because I know we're better than that.
Right.
Otherwise, if I thought we was mediocre, I wouldn't be harping on it like I am. But we're better than that. We have a higher standard than that. And the one thing I want to say to the coaches, yes, you gave the players a little too much leash and a little too much freedom. We need to rein it in a bit, and until the players can prove to us that they can handle that kind of freedom,
right?
And so we need to dial it back a bit and take a little more control, whether that's not playing music at practice, to whatever it takes to get them to stay focused and to buy into what y'all want them to do.
if I hear somebody else say something about you and playing music at practice, I'm gonna snap. It ain't got nothing to do with music at practice. It's about getting boys to tackle. That's it.
Right.
We tackled. We got a different team. We got a different team. It ain't got nothing to do with. Man, you know, music has been at practice for centuries. There have been boom boxes on sidelines. There have been like literally boom boxes. I mean, in the NFL, there was boom boxes on the sidelines. You had Florida State when Deion Sanders was at Florida State. Miami, 2001. USC had music on the field. Like a lot of championship teams have had music on the field. So do not take that. That's motivation in itself. That's a different type of vibe. When you go work out, for people that work out, when you work out, ain't it a certain set of songs? Ain't it a certain run of songs you can put together no matter what you feel like when you step in that gym? When you hear them songs, you could be in the middle of a set. And that you just get that boost. So I don't want them to take the music away. I like what I seen at practice when they got music. I like seeing guys being able to get constructive criticism in a moment, and then instead of having to go and fight in their thoughts, they could hear lyrics from a song that kind of get them like back into about like that. That's what the music does. It's more to it than just having it because it's a privilege. No, it's different. It's a different mindset. It's a different group of kids. You start doing stuff away, then we take the music away. What if that's a big thing for a recruit? It could be petty. What if that's a big thing for a big time recruit committed in the next class? It's not the music. Let's not do that. Some of these traditions have infected our minds to act like because kids have or this new generation has their way of coping with their environment, there's something wrong with it. Well, you might want to slow down and learn something, because it might help you. You are out here stressing about life. Turn some music on. Clean your room. Clean your house. Turn some music on and clean your house.
And I'm not saying it's music. I'm not saying take away the music. I was just using that as an example, Coach.
I feel you. I'm just saying that you ain't the only one. These people really want to blame losing a game or kids' mentality on the field. Blame it on music being played at practice. They really think that Coach Saban experienced so much success because he didn't have music at practice. He had music in the locker room. He let them. I mean, how many times we saw Coach Saban dancing after a game? Or spring? How many clips from spring games? You know, post practice in the locker room acting silly. Coach Saban right in there acting silly with him. Come on now.
Right.
But we got. I got a quick question for you. You got 20 seconds to answer. Which group needs to step up more on defense? Linebackers, DBs, or D-line? We got a chat. We got a poll in the chat. So you got 15 seconds. Give me an answer. 10.
I'm gonna go linebackers this week.
Okay. Roll Tide, Zach.
All right. Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Zach on the line. Y'all first caller of the day. Shout out to our guy Zach, man. Be calling in. Listen, and I wasn't getting that, Zach. Y'all know me. I done seen that little statement on Twitter like 15, 20 times by people who really don't understand, like, what do you do in life? Because I know a good song, a good playlist is gonna help me. I mean, it's just it enhances my ability to stay focused. We have music on this show in the background. How do y'all think? Y'all think I just be back here bopping for no reason? How do y'all think I could talk for 3 hours straight? Because I got that music. Gotta keep the music. Open the phone lines, 334-625-1121, 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. Talk your talk, man. First start calling segment here. Sponsored by the AAA family, y'all. Call in. Let me hear your thoughts, 334-625-1121. Say your name. Put me in the game, coach. Say your name. Put me in the game, coach. We got a poll in the chat. We got 30 votes on it. I'm closing it at 50. We got 61 viewers, 39 likes on the stream. Come on, y'all. Get them likes up. We got 39 live on the stream and YouTube. How many we got on Twitter? We got 72. Oh, we got 61 in the live on YouTube. 39 likes and 72 live on Twitter. Y'all pull up, man. Make sure y'all hit them likes. If you jumping in on YouTube, we just got a new viewer. If you just jumping in, make sure you like the stream when you pull back up. Make sure you like the stream. 334-625-1121. Got another call on the line, y'all. Let's get it.
Awesome.
Rashawn put me in the game, coach.
Yo, Rashawn, what's up, brother? You in the game? Talk to me, my man.
Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. Trying to get into this week of Alabama versus South Carolina. You know, I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like it's some much needed changes. I won't start complaining until I give this team and this coaching staff an opportunity to really show some real changes on this field this Saturday, and that starts this Saturday. You know, I don't want to hear no more about good practice weeks. I'm ready to see. We've been having good practice weeks all season. Let's see a complete game this week. This is game 6, third conference game we're going into. It's time to really put the finished product out there. Our identity needs to be here. To this weekend.
I got you, man. But I was watching your show like late. End of it yesterday. You were talking about Malachi Moore and stuff yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with a lot of stuff you said because I feel like more I think about it, these Alabama alumni, fans, I feel like they so used to one thing but never change how their mentality. It's kind of funny. I feel like Nick changed. I feel like the alumni have not changed. That's weird.
Right.
Just think about it. Like, this the same coach who you know, they won't change at one point. And it feel like when he talk about the team or he talk about anything, it feel like he changed it. But I feel like nobody changed it with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like and I'm really surprised he probably got tired of the fans. No offense to the Alabama folks out there.
Hold on, let me give you a horn. Hold on, let me give you a horn for that one. Oh my Lord. You said something there, my boy. He got tired of these fans. The ones that really open the checkbooks and sit close to him every week at those dinners and do all this.
People want to say it's because he left for NIL. I said no. He said yes, he could be NIL, but shoot, it's most of y'all because y'all feel like if a player mess up, oh man, kick him out the team, do this and that, and then be surprised when a player transfers. Like, well, I can't say nothing about Otis because Otis have been hurt and all that kind of stuff. I can't down the man. He kind of been trying to do his best, but I can't really be mad at Otis leaving.
He hasn't been effective in this. He has not been effective in this scheme. We've seen a lot better impact from these younger guys than we have from Otis, and that's not a shot at him. That's just he needs to be in a scheme where his skill set fits. He's a gap scheme defensive tackle, man. He's not a defensive end. He's a defensive tackle that can hold up gaps, that can stuff holes. He can win one-on-ones when he's head up with the center, when he's in the 0 or the 1. You know, like, it doesn't matter. Like, when he has to take up space, that's what he does. In this defense, you don't have to take up space. You have to go and attack space. And that's not a strong suit of his. He's not a strong pursuit defensive lineman. He's an impact at the point of attack defensive lineman. And that's no shot at him. When he goes to the NFL, somebody's going to draft him that's going to use him exactly for that. And that's what he's going to make millions of dollars for at the next level. Because he's going to be, and he's going to put back on that 25, 30 pounds that he lost to try to play in this scheme.
Right. And then one thing I kind of learned from just so you, it's good to learn from different people. Because a lot of people don't want to do it. I listen to these other analysts. They, you know, you have everybody have out there. They had their opinion. You know, about transfers or the scheme. I'm talking. We kind of sum up everything in one. Like, you talking about the scheme yesterday about defense, right?
Yeah.
Everything. And I don't think a lot of people talk about that.
And
that's the problem of the Alabama media. They love complaining. Like, no offense to the guy from you used to work for him. I didn't know that until I found out yesterday. I didn't know that. No offense to the man at Cal from Alabama football. I don't feel like he break down stuff what it should be break down. He don't talk about what we should be do right to me. And I kind of got away from his channel his channel. I mean, no, I'm not trying to down nobody YouTube. And
I know, bro. This is the authentic channel. You good? You safe here?
It just feel like some of these Alabama guys who cover Alabama football, they don't break it down. You're the first one I've seen so far who actually break it down outside of Touchdown Alabama.
I appreciate the comment.
Maybe the Bama,
and I'm gonna put you on some real ones. I ain't go. I'm a campaign for the ones I know.
Alabama, they the only ones I listen to.
Listen, I got some for you, George. The Teague Take. Anytime you can catch Teague Take, jump over there. You got Round the Table Sports with Ty Hayes. You can go over there and get some insightful things. Yeah. The other two, I ain't gonna say, but them two in Kangaroo Black. You want some entertainment with some insight. You want some raw, uncut stuff and some real interaction. My boy K Black is. I sit in his chat. I don't say nothing because it creates a distraction. People think I'm in there. I'm in there to watch my bro because I enjoy. I can actually watch him. I can't watch everybody. Especially this past weekend, man. I ain't gonna lie. I got some homies right now. I turned the notifications off for them. I'm still gonna subscribe to you. When I see stuff, I just hit the like because I see you putting in work. If I see your stuff, I'm seeing. But this past weekend, some of the stuff I heard from some of the homies, I'm like, can we talk football and stop complaining? Like, can we? And if you're gonna make a complaint, talk football behind it. Like me defending my point with it being a player. More of a player problem than a scheme problem, and I brought those facts to the table. We debated it. That's what creates the content in the chat. That's what creates the interaction.
Let's be real. I think people don't want to say the quiet part out loud. It's the players.
It is.
And I said because we blame Pete Golden. Yes, Pete Golden had his problems, but you telling me okay, next year it did get a little bit better, but you would think and then you cannot say some of these players have not been here for a while. Like, come on, Campbell just been here second year, so Campbell kind of get a pay, a little bit because he get into a new scheme. So Lawson, them guys, some of the guys, defensive linemen, y'all been here a little bit longer than some most of the guys. Like Jackson and them, the boy from Michigan, they ain't been here yet. So, but some of y'all who already been here. It should be no excuse for none of y'all. Don't get me wrong. Tim King, he get a pass because he been playing good. I can't fuss on him. But some of the rest of the guys, y'all been here longer than most of the guys on this team. You can see the freshmen, the transfers, and some of the guys who first off starting is get a pass. But some of the who already started, they don't need a pass. Malachi, I think Malachi playing good. One thing I don't like how people dumb it down Malachi because they talking about. Oh, it's the Alabama standard. It's that y'all don't play on a football team.
Man,
I had to be.
I feel you, Rashawn. I feel you, man. I feel you.
Because it feel like when they said Malachi is the stress of the team. Malachi this. I said Malachi is the last person. It should be the stress of the team. That I feel like I ain't gonna lie to you. I know a lot of people gonna say, "Oh, he should not do that." One part I ain't like when he hit the player and probably kicked that football. I did not like. But outside of he getting frustrated, I've been here 5 years. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Even I would be mad. I said all of us went out there and got our butt booked by Vanderbilt. It wasn't no Arkansas or anything. We lost to Vanderbilt. Yeah, I'd be frustrated. And I know people say, "Oh, he fussed a K1 match." I'd be fussing a K1 match too. What are we doing?
And see, that's understandable. That's why I was telling everybody yesterday. I got to get you off the line. We got about 30 seconds, but that's understandable. That's understandable to have that passion. But as a leader, as a fifth-year senior, same thing with Deontay Lawson. For the people in the chat talking about who's been there, Lawson's been there 5 years. He's a fifth-year senior. Only one bank.
Yeah.
This is why I'm glad you're here. We can help you out. Now. We can get you straight. We see where you lost at. We see why you was kind of off on the comments earlier. I feel you. I got you though. Lawson's been there 5 years. Lawson is a fourth year starter. You got to remember he got injured 1 year too. Remember he missed some games 1 year, so his presence probably wasn't felt as a starter. But he's been at Alabama for 5 years now. This is Campbell's Campbell's fourth year, his third year on the field. So we gotta see these guys improve. Last statement, Rashawn, and then I'm gonna let you off the line, brother.
this is my last statement. I feel like when you say about Campbell and Lawson, I feel like Campbell and Justin Jefferson I think they got the passion to do it. I feel like Lawson's not doing it. I mean, we could be disagree. I don't know what your opinion on that, but I feel like Lawson's not into it to me. He's not hitting them holes like he used to. Like he came in this year, it feel like he just feel like he just out there to me. It feel like I feel like he don't hurt it. Lawson, he don't need to do that because he needs to get his draft stuff up. Because you playing like that, you're gonna be in the third, fourth round.
Hey, that very well be true, man. Well, Ray Sean, I appreciate you for calling in, man, and roll tide, my boy.
Roll tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate my guy Ray Sean calling in. Hey, phone lines open 334-625-1121. So just a few things we wanna correct. Lawson is in his third year on the field, right? He's in his third year on the field, fourth year at the university. Lawson is in his fourth year on the field, fifth year at the university. Campbell's in his fourth year at the university, third year on the field. We got to remember a lot of these guys were early enrollees, so you don't look at the class where they were came in that they were early enrollees. So a lot of them are on the field, they're one thing, but in the class they're something else. All right. Got another call on the line.
The manager.
To accept, press 1.
Yo, what's up, Curtis? My manager, you in the game. How you feeling this morning, my boy?
What's going on? First off, praise to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
I just want to take the time to say into the AAA family, man, y'all, I'm so proud of this, man. I don't think y'all don't understand. Conquering so many things in life, man. You just so good, my brother. Stay genuine, stay yourself. God's gonna continuously bless you and the family. It's just big things coming for you, man. Just like I told you yesterday on the phone. I love what you're doing. I love how genuine it is. Because a lot of us can't be that way.
Right.
But it's just for real, man.
For sure, bro. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Hey, you got a little noise in the background. Hold on.
Oh.
Got a little noise in the background. It's raining down there, ain't it?
Hey, man, listen. If y'all are in Florida, y'all in the upper parts of Florida, guys, it is bad down here right now. Rain is everywhere. I'm inside of a car just sitting, and it's cold. So if you didn't evacuate and you're in northern Florida, hey, guys, please heed the warning. Please leave. It is nothing to play around with, man.
Yeah, so even now, y'all, we just want to keep everybody that's in the path of this storm, that's in any areas that could be affected by it. This will be the second or third week in a row we've had these, and y'all know this is the time of year for it. But definitely, if you have an opportunity to evacuate and get in somewhere safe, if you're listening, if you're watching the Coach Smook Network, we're praying for you. But take an opportunity to get somewhere safe, protect you and your family. Things can be replaced, you're not your life. So always remember that. And we're praying for you here at the Coach Smook Network, here at the AAA family. And everybody that's part of this family, especially, we want you all to know that you all are in our thoughts and prayers. And everybody in the chat, man, y'all know how we do put them praying hands up, man. We really know, we believe in the power of prayer over here. We ain't ashamed about that. We ain't ashamed about that. So we know that the weather report might say one thing, but God is in control at the end of the day. So we believe in God to keep everyone safe. We believe in God to keep everyone safe during this tropical storm season. And that's where we at. But Curtis, we here, man. South Carolina week. Talk to me, bro.
All right, man. Well, first things first, guys, listen. Just like I put in the chat earlier, man, listen. Every year except for one, Nick Saban had a loss on the year. When we beat Kirby and them boys last week, Saban reached out to Kirby and said, hey, listen, when you was on my staff, how did this go? And Saban came on air and Saban said, what? Hey, listen, the team that wins is normally the team that loses that following week because you come in so hot. You come in feeling yourself. We got humble, guys. At the end of the day, the squad got humble. That's all we need. Everything is brand new still this year. Just like we said, music and practice. Flicking it up right after an interception or a touchdown or something of that nature. They're there to flick it up. We're still new, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be just fine. Some people are batting down the hatches. Let's fire coach. Anybody that's on a negative train, guys, it happened.
Yeah.
We got punched in the mouth. So did Georgia last week. Georgia lost. What do y'all think they was talking about? Then they came out and put a thrashing on Auburn. Why do you think that is? Because they said, let's get back to basics. K. Womack came out, said the same thing. Everybody looks at the defense. It's on the players. We are going to do what we have to do, guys. It's going to be a different squad because we showed up for Georgia, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
We had games in front of Georgia. You think that they was looking past them games? No, because nobody was talking. Jalen Milroe got out there and said, listen, guys, we understand what needs to be done. Once you understand what needs to be done, you're going to go out there and get it done.
Right.
What did I tell you yesterday? The laughing stock of the entire league. You think they want that, Frank? Do y'all think they not up there looking online and see what everybody's saying too?
Mm-hmm.
You got to treat, Nick Saban was best at saying, you got to treat a win and a loss the exact same way. Even kill all the way through. And that's what them boys are going to do. So that's why I said everybody that's going crazy and running crazy, trust me. Players only meeting them been had. Grievances have been aired out. People done been cussed out.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's time to ride.
And this
because
is
guess what?
This is something that a lot of people wanted, but you have to be intentional with this. This can't just be an emotional thing. And what I got from the players only meeting and the reports, even with Kane Womack, conversation with some of the staff, is like we're talking about a group of young men who have a persona or a image to uphold, and how they allow that image to be projected is on them and their production on the field. Whether they lost to Vandy, right? Nobody's highlighting the fact that they're going to read the kids on Thursday evening. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's highlighting that they might, a group of those young men might be doing community service after practice today. Nobody's highlighting that stuff because we lost. All that matters is them being guys, good football players. But now that we have a loss, now that we have a loss, it's more focused on football and not just life. We want them to be great young men up as long as they're winning. But when they lose, we need them to focus on football. They've been doing everything they've been doing while they was winning. So why change it up? They had a bad game.
Exactly. And the one thing, look, I got it from a good source. Saban will be meeting with the team later this week. Saban's gonna have a conversation with them, and we understand how a Saban conversation normally goes.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, don't think Saban's just twice removed from the team. Saban said, "I will be an aide in this process if y'all ever need me." Phone calls have gone out. Saban's going to come in. Saban's going to address and talk to the team.
Yep.
So just a little birdie told me this is going to happen. Everybody that's a captain is going to meet with Saban, and then Saban's going to meet with the team as a whole. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or it's going to be Thursday, but they will hear from him. And don't act like the players don't already know what's to be expected. They know this is coming anyway. The players reached out. Let's just say somebody reached out and said, hey, you think we can get Saban in here to talk to us? He's going to talk. He's that lifeline that will be there, guys. Trust me. Saban's not going to let this team fail. Neither is the board. It looks bad on everybody. So trust and believe the successor is not going to sit here and say, hey, listen, let me let Alabama, quote unquote, dig themselves in a hole and just lay there. No. Saban got too much pride in this team to let that happen.
100%.
So,
and I'm gonna ask you this before we open the phone lines up again here in a minute and a half. We got a minute and a half. I just ended the poll in the chat. Which defensive group needs to step up this week? 46% said defensive line, 37% said linebackers, and 15% said DBs. And we had a total of 58 votes. That's the highest amount of votes we had on a poll in a while in the chat. So that let me know that y'all here. Let's get these likes up. We got 50 likes on the stream. We got 82 viewers, man.
Run it up, man.
Hey, run it up, man. We want to. We just hit our 50 like goal on the stream, y'all. Appreciate y'all for allowing us to hit that, y'all, on the first. But let's push it today. Let's get up to 80. Let's get up to 80 today. Let's get 80 likes before we end the stream here in about an hour. We getting on campus today, y'all. So y'all, I hope y'all ready for that. I'm ready to get all that little buzz. Everybody out there panicking. I can't wait to hear the students, and y'all know how it is with students and kids when they interpretation of football, how they look at football is very entertaining. So I can't wait to get on campus today. But back to you, Curtis. What group do we need to see improve the most this week out of the linebackers, defensive line, and DBs?
Well, the first things first is if you don't got a line, as they used to say in football in general, if you don't got a line, you ain't got nothing. So the poll's correct. No, I need to see the D line get after it. But remember that the last game, players have to be for sure about themselves, which means you got to know your assignment. You got to lock in. Players were so rested on their laurels that we just stripped days, that we don't got to do what we got to do. No, yes, you do. You have to lock in. And it starts with that D-line. D-line gets the push. You dictate the line and what they do. Just think if we had the D-line doing what they're supposed to do last game, that would have dictated half of that right there and there. You can't run. You can't get past it. You ain't got to worry about the linebackers. Everybody plays them gaps. There was no gaps last time. Why? Because the D-line kept getting shoved and pushed around. Why? Because they said what? They can't keep us the whole 60 minutes. They won't be able to hold us. What do? They push you the entire game. So, no, D-line. I agree with that. Then the linebackers can do what they need to do.
Right.
And then the DBs can do what they need to do. But it all starts with the line on both sides.
I'm a slightly agree with the D-line take this last 30 seconds. And I'm going to say it quickly like this. I feel like personnel-wise, we have a group of D linemen, and I'm going to tell you who it is. Tim Smith, James Smith, Tim Keenan, Jordan Renard, where he has his snaps, Damon Payne, defensive lineman. I'm talking about the guys that really rotate across the front three. If we can somehow get that 5-man rotation consistently rotating and supplying, supplementing with a Jeremiah Beeman, somebody that can really get off from the defensive end position. Also supplementing with a Keon Keeley, somebody who can really give you a pass rush presence, but also has the size to be a true bandit in that scheme. I think we can see a lot more effectiveness. Now, I'm not dogging him because he's gone, but having Jaheim Otis, Tim Keenan, and Tim Smith on the D line at the same time, it was not effective. It was just not the balance wasn't there for this scheme.
It was off.
It was off.
It was off, and he recognized that, and that's why he said, "Hey guys, listen."
I don't care what y'all say.
Now,
I don't care what y'all say. That second half with Jaheim Otis not at the end position, it was a different game for the defensive line. We were getting pushed. We were getting thrown around a lot early in that first quarter against Vanderbilt. They were running really. Correct. They were picking a side. They were attacking our Rover bandit side. Husky bandit side. That's what they just kept attacking. And then they would put our Wolf side. They would put him in the read option look. But when they ran straight down here, they were attacking that side. We have to get guys that can get off box and can chase down the backside. And Jaheim Otis was not cutting it. Now, I'm telling you, Tim Smith, James Smith, those guys are doing crazy work. Tim Keenan is clogging it up. We got to find somebody that's able to provide him some consistent relief on the interior.
But don't worry about it now, because just like you said, just to close it out, it's a team thing. What one don't do, everybody won't do. It goes from the coaches all the way down to the guys sitting on the bench. Everybody has a role to play. And the one thing, guys, is let's just say the message will be well received today. It was well received over the weekend. Like I said, right after that players only meeting. Yeah. It's well received. It's well received. Saban will come in. Saban's going to speak to the team again. Don't think that, just like we said, tradition has not changed. Alabama's Alabama. And guys, they will learn from this loss. I cannot say it enough. Hearing from them, having some of my sources that are right there in the school. Some of the players something to say. The meeting was good. If you ain't wearing crimson, trust me, they want you out. They want you out. Because now, what do we say? The players got to police. Whenever you saw something crazy, not to go long, whenever you saw something crazy on the field back then in the day, Saban didn't have to say nothing. Why? It's the players in your face. Just like what did we say last year when they played Georgia, and the Georgia player was jumping up and down like, why did you not? That's your gap. You know what to do. You're going to start seeing stuff like that. And that's what it takes, the championship mentality, if they're going to win it this year. So, guys, like I said, just relax. These things happen. I'd rather us say, look, Brandon in our group chat told us what? You'd rather lose early, because if you lose late, it could be detrimental.
Right.
Right now, we still got a lot of land and ship in front of us. So, guys, I love y'all. Roll Tide. Hey, run this likes up. Smook. Keep doing your thing, baby.
Appreciate you, big bro. Let's get to it. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all for dialoguing. I'm going to put this other phone line here.
Darius Georgia Troll.
To accept,
Ah,
press
nah,
1.
we ain't got time for Darius today. Nope. I already see your energy in the chat. We ain't got time for it. We ain't got time for no Georgia talk today. We talking Bama football here today. We got college talk on Friday. You call in Friday, Darius. Y'all see how we do that? I'm telling you, I ain't got time today. I ain't got time. Listen, but kind of to talk about some of the points that Curtis made. And I see only one bank in the chat talking about this D-line, this Jaheim Otis situation. We got another call on the line. I'm gonna get into it. Let me see.
Call from
Jordan Wright put me in the game, coach.
Is that Jordan on the line?
Yes, sir.
Man, what's
coach?
up, Jordan? Welcome to the show. Put you in the game. Jordan, you in the game. Talk to me, my boy. How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good. How about you, coach?
Man, look, man, I'm feeling good, man. We getting into this whole conversation of Alabama, South Carolina. And I was just about to make a point, and I've seen a lot of people talking about it. You know, the defensive line, Jaheim Otis leaving. I have a comment in the chat. I want your thoughts on it before you even give me a whole breakdown of your thoughts. My guy, only one bank is in the chat, and he believes that Jaheim Otis. First of all, I don't know what game he was watching when he said Tim Keenan was letting them just double to the backer effortlessly when literally Tim Keenan was the reason why linebackers had gaps to get in the backfield and missed the tackles that should have been made. So I don't understand what you were seeing, only one, but I'd seen Tim Keenan take on multiple double teams and not get pushed back. I seen him getting knocked down. That's going to happen when you getting pushed on one and the other one chipping you from the side. You're going to get knocked down when you got 600 pounds going against you. It's going to happen 2 or 3 reps out the game. But for majority of the game, Tim Keenan was not getting moved. But what's your thoughts, man? Do you think Tim Keenan is the problem? Jaheim Otis was the answer to, because I haven't seen Jaheim Otis show up in about a year and a half. Flashes.
Well, first of all, if they ain't wearing crimson, you know the rest.
Yes, sir. I feel you on that.
But Tim Keenan is locked in. He's locked in, bro. Jaheim Otis ain't no answer. He's the best player on the defensive line, arguably. So I don't think so. Yeah,
and my thing is this: Jaheim Otis, the scheme just doesn't fit him. I'm telling you, that young man is going to go to a true 4-3 or a true 3-4 scheme, and they're going to play a lot of formations where he's either over the center or he's shading the center to the guard, you know, whichever guard side, and he's going to have to take on double teams just like Tim Keenan is doing. But he's not. See, the thing is with Tim Keenan slips a lot of double teams. So a lot of times these linebackers, they're running into action off of missing the block on Tim Keenan. But if they read right, if they shoot their gaps right at the same time he's taking on his assignment, we could see a lot more effectiveness. Jordan, there was 8 missed tackles on the first drive.
That's crazy.
On the first drive.
We could be telling a different story right now. If we had, like, let's say 2 more tackles on third down, just 2, we could be telling a different story.
100%, man. They going at Darius in the chat, man. They going at Darius in the chat. You know, Darius come in. He be wanting to talk about Georgia as if they did something so great, man. Y'all didn't even whoop Auburn. Auburn probably. I can't wait to see. Does Auburn play Vanderbilt this year? I hope so. I want to see Auburn against one of our former opponents and see how they match up. Because we handled Georgia. Auburn stuck with Georgia. They just don't have no quarterback, bro. And Georgia did not dominate that game. Like I just can't. Darius is that Georgia fan, man. You could tell he don't watch the games. He just talking. He talking about Keon Keeley in the portal. How Keon Keeley in the portal and he's in front of Jaheim Otis as far as getting snaps at defensive end? Because I want everybody to know Jaheim Otis wasn't just a defensive tackle in this scheme. They had him slotted as one of the reserves on Bandit, as a bandit. He was one of the big bandits, defensive end and bandit. Different formation, different personnel groupings for this scheme provided opportunities for him to play defensive end. He just didn't have it. I see James Smith making plays, chasing down plays. Now, LT Overton, I feel like now him being in not having to play that option, that stay, that read, man, the rest of the season, we're going to see his effectiveness. Him, Ja Latham. I really do think Keon Keeley could have provided a little bit better resources against Vanderbilt. I think we'll see more reps from him. Jeremiah Beeman, I see him getting a lot more defensive end reps coming into this week. I really think we're going to go into our rotation. But talk about this Alabama-South Carolina game, man. Give me your thoughts. And what do you think is going to be the key for us to have success in this game?
First of all, can I get my last word on the Vandy game?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, can we stop talking about Vandy, please?
Go ahead,
we
Jordan.
Moved on.
Go ahead, Jordan.
People who are too focused on the name we lost to and not the team we lost to, because you got to give Vandy their props. That's not what you think of when you think of Vandy, bro.
Right.
Like, you got to respect them. But after that, let's stop talking about Vandy. Let's respect the 24-hour rule. Let's just respect the 24-hour rule. They can't let it affect how they play the next game. We can't let it affect how we chill on our Crimson Tide.
100%.
So one word for the South Carolina game: execution. You got to execute. That was the problem.
Execution.
About 7 quarters ago, we saw Alabama football. We got to keep seeing Alabama football.
100%.
And also, I want to touch on something that Robert said about the me find a comment. I'm trying to find a comment real quick.
Oh, he trying to find a comment. He getting the receipts out. He getting the receipts. Got a minute and a half,
Robert
Jordan.
had a good point. Yeah, Robert had a good point about guys were leaving their assignment and committing to the QB. You can stop me if you completely disagree with this, but that sounds like we got a taste of our own medicine offensively from Vanderbilt. Because think about it, you got the guy who can sling the ball downfield, and who also has legs. So you try to allocate resources to one, and then the other one is left wide open.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I think if we come into this game flat, it'll be another worrisome game. And to me, it's more about energy and effort. This game, I don't want to see the play calling change. I don't want to see. I like the way, and I'm gonna continue to be vocal about this. I like the way that Kane Womack has been adjusting this season. I like it. He had a bad game. Personnel adjustments. As far as personnel, last game, I'm gonna ding him a lot for that. The more I go back and watch that game, and it took me 2 days to watch this game again. I was able to go through the first quarter, the first half, the first 2 days. I did. The first day I just kept watching the first half. Second half, I want y'all to go back and watch the amount of players that didn't see the field in the second half compared to the first half on defense. There were personnel adjustments made, and I guarantee you, we're going to see some new faces on the defensive side. Bray Hubbard. Don't be surprised if we see Bray Hubbard get more snaps this week. We might not see young Red Morgan for a while, y'all. We might not see young Red for a while. He has a lot of developmental things, and that's not a bad thing. He's a true freshman. He's going to now. The thing is, now you're putting him in a position to where he's not necessarily the starter, but he's had reps. So when it's time to call him in again, he's had time to sit on the sideline, evaluate some things. Now he has an idea of what he's going to be exposed to when going into the game. A lot of these freshmen, if they had a real idea of what they're going to be exposed to, meaning like in person, seeing it in real time, not on the screen, but in real time, seeing how a receiver is playing or how a running back or how the run game is being played, they could see keys from the sideline. So if they have to go in for relief, they're not lost. They have a good idea. I think this helps now. This helps. These games, all of these mistakes that have been exposed used against our young guys, against our lack of effectiveness, and as far as different guys rotating in, veteran guys that were holding spots and not being effective. Now is the time for young guys to really step up with their opportunities, because you're not going to get a lot of them. I think last week we found out who our consistent guys are going to be, who our heavy rep guys are going to be, and they're going to start running it with these guys.
Oh yeah. So that's all I had to say. Just execute. Bring the energy, execute, play Alabama football. That's all there is to it.
100%, man. What Jordan, I appreciate you for calling in, man. And listen, I know we got a home game this weekend. I don't have no plans, so I might sneak up on campus, man. If I get up on campus, I'm gonna be looking for you. All right, brother?
All right, bet.
All right, y'all. Hey, roll tide, Jordan.
Roll Tide AAA.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to the little bro, Jordan, man. Jordan actually is a member of the $1 Million Marching Band at the University of Alabama. We got to see him on the sidelines. What that was, Georgia weekend. Got to meet him. Yeah, do we got a clip of that? I think I got a clip of that. When we walked up and no, as a matter of fact, that was on the live. Y'all see me walk up on Jordan on the live. Y'all see me walk up on Jordan. So we coming up on the second half of this show, man. We're going to go into this last infomercial break. We got about 30 minutes left. After we come back from the break, man, we'll get back on the phone lines. We'll have the Talk Your Talk call-in segment where we will open the phone lines up. 2-minute call-in segment where you get to just share your thoughts. And guys, understand, we're gonna be strict on this thing. We got a schedule today. Tuesday is the toughest day. That's why I got on the live on time. I got my team together. Man, I can't tell y'all how awesome that morning prayer was. But going into this break, man, I want y'all to take a moment and share the screen. Y'all, did y'all see me slide down in my chair? Did y'all see me? Did y'all? Hey, did y'all see me slide down in my chair, man? Over here tripping, just slipping down in my chair. This chair got a little slickness to it. I've been putting some miles on this thing, man, and starting to get a little flat. I'm gonna have to get it fluffed up again. Got to get a new chair. Y'all donate some super chats so your boy can get a chair. I need a new chair. I need one of them high industrial chairs. Everybody think I'm skinny. I'm fat, boy, for real, man. I'm fat. I put miles on these chairs, man. What's up? My boy Coach Carl in the building, man. That boy, where you been at, my dog? That badge look good on you, my boy. Yeah. Who could have helped? Oh, he's saying Jaleel Hurley hurt. Oh, King Mack and Cam Howard. I've been seeing some. The thing is, you got options at the secondary right now. I think the thing with King Mack is he's just getting acquainted to this play calling style. We saw his effectiveness in a few games. I don't think. Do y'all really pay attention to the? And I'm not insulting nobody. I'm just asking the questions. But do y'all really pay attention to how deep or how much rotation we see on the defensive side of the ball? Like, I really think y'all should pay attention to it. Go back and watch some of the games. Go look at our secondary in the USF game. Go look at our secondary in the Wisconsin game. And I'm talking about second quarter, early third quarter. Go look at the secondary against Georgia. Go look at a lot of them personnel groupings, man. You see Deshaun Jones out there. You seen Mincy get a snap. You seen Mbakwe out there sometimes. Man, pay attention, y'all. Even on offense, you'll see Cole Adams out there getting the snaps. And I'm like, golly, I didn't even notice that. Because the rotations happen so smoothly, y'all. It's very often you'll see our defense actually running off the field to substitute. And I'd be watching the game and I'd just be kind of like processing the previous play, and I'd be like, oh snap, that's who is 92? You get what I'm saying? Like you have to kind of look at it. So I think we used the first quarter of the season to kind of give guys opportunities. Now you got to hone that active trajectory and still build depth. You can still do that. You can still do that with the right balance. So when we get back, we'll get into the phone lines and we'll get our final thoughts before we go to on campus with Coach Smook at the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. I'll be there. So yeah, Jones has made some real good plays. Oh, I meant to click this comment right here. Yeah, he definitely have made some good plays. Jay the Goat in the chat. No, I'm just playing. Let me stop. Jay the Goat didn't come back right. The White coming in with the first super chat today. He said, here's to your new chair. Let me be petty. Listen, get it off, bro. It's these honey buns that got me gaining weight, bro. Y'all heard me back. Appreciate the White for the first super chat on the stream and become first co-sponsor of the stream. We'll be back right after these messages, man. Become a member of the AAA family. This honey bun so good. I'm about to smash.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Did somebody say put me in the game? The time has finally come. Here at the Coach Smook Network, we are officially launching our first merchandise line. We will have a lineup of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies available, with more items to come in the future. The way you can find these items is by simply going to the YouTube page, clicking on the links, and you will see the Coach Smook Network merchandise link below. Or during our live stream, type in the chat !merch, and you will see the link come up. And from that website, you can purchase all the variety of merchandise that we have available. Don't wait too long. Don't wait until it gets close to the end. Coach Smook Network is growing fast, and I'm glad to be a part of what we're building here. Thank you for your support, and go get your merch, man.
It's here. Authenticity above all. AAA family. Coach Smook. You know what it is.
All right, I done got hot.
This guy got 4 fingers for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you're doing. I see you in the chat. I'm coming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me get right. Let's get right. Yeah, I see you. I see you. You little fair weather. I seen you try to sneak up in here trying to be all cool with it, Jay. Nah. You ain't keeping it real. Talking about Miro. Listen, Sane, did I read what I think I read? And shout out to Jordan for the $4.99 super chat, doubling down on. I'm gonna update the banner in a second. Give me a second. Y'all see what I'm about to enjoy. First of all, I told you I only watched the first 30 seconds of my boy's stream. And I don't care. Y'all know me. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna knock it out the park. If you're here, stick around because it's about to get nasty. One, Stephen A. Smith, of all people, saying that Miro don't deserve to be in Heisman talks because of the loss of Vandy. You're talking about the quarterback that threw for 300 plus passing yards, right? 300 plus passing yards. Didn't use his legs. The only interception that was thrown was because the receiver didn't come back to the ball, right? Didn't work back to the ball. Gets tipped up. You allowed the defender to make a play on the ball with you. Gets tipped up. Freak interception. Cool. Happens. 50-50 play. We blaming that on the quarterback. Solely on the quarterback. But then you say this fool, Jay come in and said, I mean, he did have 2 turnovers. If he don't have those turnovers, we're talking about squeezing out against Vanderbilt. You're talking about the gentleman that had 17 minutes of possession with the offense, with the ball in his hands. Goes down with 2 turnovers, mind you, both of these turnovers were not his fault. He played a part in the interception. We're going to give him that. Defense made a great play. But that sack is not on him. You can't protect yourself while making a read. Y'all get mad about him not making a read. 70% completion rate, 300 passing yards, a passing and a rushing touchdown. We lose by 5 points. But he had a reason to play. Shut up. And for anybody that think he don't need to be in the Heisman race, you're a fool. He's the reason why the offense is working the way it is. You're a fool. You can't stop the offense from extending drives. The shortest drive that they had was a 7-minute drive, a 6-minute drive. A 6-minute drive. 42 minutes of possession. 42 minutes of possession. And we trying to blame it on Jalen Miro because he had 6 possessions and scored on 5 of those possessions. Bro, get out of here. Get out of here. 5 out of 7 scoring on possessions when he had 17 minutes of time of possession. Get out of here, bro. You fair weather. You fair weather. Still got to hold on to the ball. How about you get hit from the blast? Man, you know what? Put him in the fair weather corner. Somebody get him. Somebody get him. Get him. Get that fair weather. Somebody get him. Send him to the corner. As a matter of fact, no. The fair weather corner is on that side. My fault. As a matter of fact, that's the chair. That's the fair weather chair. It's a chair behind this desk right here. It's a fair weather chair right there. You sit right there next to the closet. There's a chair back here. You sit there and you look back at the corner. And you look at the fair weatherness that you allowing yourself to experience right now. Because ain't no way anybody looks at that game and blames Jalen Miro or this offense. Turnovers are not. 17 minutes of possession and you lose by 5 points. That is no shape, form, or fashion on the offense. If the defense had gave us 6 of those points, I understand. But the young man worked 17 minutes of possession. Time of possession. Get out of here. Hey, there you go. I knew you was coming through. You been on point. Don't lose it. Keep your fair weather meet out. It's still a heavy pandemic of fair weatherness going around this Bama nation. They get mad at me because I'm exposing. Chris Birdsdall over there on Twitter. Keep my name out your mouth, your fair weather self. Keep my name out your mouth. Tell me I didn't tag you. You ain't have to tag me. People see my name, they gonna tell me about it. Crybaby self. You and Marquise Mays talking about the 4-2-5 can't win a national championship defense. Bro, Michigan literally just ran it. Then y'all, I'm gonna credit it to just, effects of the game. That's what I'm gonna credit to, right? Maybe, and a lot of replies are happening at 1 o'clock in the morning, so we don't know. Maybe he's just talking tired. He probably didn't mean to say that, but he said that most defenses won't stay in their 4-2-5 unless they have a 5-wide set. Lord, am I? Sam, if you come out in a doggone 4-2-5 on personnel, 4-2-5 personnel against my 5 wide set and not a dime personnel, I'm gonna light you up. I got any mismatch I want. That means you got a linebacker out there in coverage who probably ain't comfortable in coverage. You got a defensive end trying to play some wide 9 technique. If everybody got to turn their heads, you got to cover all 5 of my wide receivers. Anybody turn their head, my quarterback hitting the lane. You don't have enough in the box to contain me. You can run zone. Give me time. You're only going to be able to send 3. Drop 8 if you want to. We'll check down underneath against a 5-wide set. So, no, stop it, sir. And reread before we hit that send button. It's looking real bad right now. And I respect you. I told you, Marquise Mays is one of my most favorite, most intense wide receivers. He was the reason why I kept playing wide receiver when I got to college. He was the reason why. I used to talk so much trash. I used to be so physical. I got teammates that pull up in this chat. They know what I'm talking about. I used to love, man, if I could have worn number 4 my freshman year of college, I would have. Boy, I had to rock that 81, though. I ain't gonna lie. I had to rock that 81. Or was I 85 in college? I think I was 81 or 85 in college. I think I was on my Ocho Cinco vibe in college. I was on that Ocho Cinco. But yeah, 35 points in 17 minutes is very impressive. No blame should be put on the offense. I mean, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on. Coach Carl, you're a coach too, right? Coach Carl, have we not seen the 4-2-5 scheme have major success in college football over the past 4 or 5 years? Haven't it been more effective than the traditional 3-4 nickel look that Coach Saban and Coach Kirby Smart continue to get they butt stumped in, kicked in when they go out there against a team that could spread them out and provide eye candy in the backfield, and you got too many slow linebackers on the field? That's why the 4-2-5 was created. You don't have 4-2. They're not talking about personnel when they're talking about alignment purposes wise. Personnel wise, you're going to have 3 to 4 linebackers on the field. You're going to have 3 linebackers on the field. You're going to have 5 DBs. You're going to have 3 true defensive linemen in some of your sets. You won't ever have 4 true defensive linemen. You have a big line. You have a linebacker walk down and play defensive end because they have that skill set. They're in between that hybrid end linebacker look. Look at how the staff is recruiting. Look at the edge linebackers that they're recruiting. Look at the interior defensive linemen that they're recruiting. Look at the defensive ends, the true defensive ends, not edge rushers, true defensive ends that they're recruiting. There's a separation because of what this scheme desires as far as the anatomical makeup, the physical makeup of what this scheme desires. Alabama fits that right now. They're making small adjustments. They're getting rid of a lot of those big interior guys because they want big guys that can move side to side, left and right. And you got to be able to do that. Look at how the offenses are changing in the SEC. Kirby Smart and Georgia's defense are behind the power curve because of that old. I mean, they run a variation of nickel, 3-4 nickel. They run a variation of it as their base set. They're behind the power curve because of too many linebackers on the field. Now you getting your DBs in trouble. Now they're getting exposed when you can't get home with your front 4, your front 7. My fault, your front 7. You can't get home with 3, 4. Now you're in trouble when you drop 8 because everybody ain't used to that. You got to get home. And you got to come out of that. Now you got to be able to drop. Now you got to be able to get linebackers in space. How do you eliminate that when you're in transition? You keep the linebacker, the DBs on the field. You keep your twitchy linebackers on the field that can get downfield and cover. That can shoot the flats. Everybody runs at Coach Carl. Michigan, they just use big D linemen. They use a 3-man front and they supplement it with a big linebacker. So many times they would line up, man, and they would line up in it looked like a 4-man front, and that guy will drop off or he'll stunt, do a big Texas stunt, a 5-to-1 stunt, a 9-to-1 stunt. I seen Michigan and Texas doing stunts. Tennessee did it. I seen them doing all them 4-man stunts last year. I was like, man, where's Alabama doing that? We got guys firing off the ball and holding up gaps. That junk ain't it no more, man. That junk is not it anymore. So shout out to Marquise Mays, man. No hard feelings. I just think I think we have 2 different viewpoints, and I respect everything you did for the University of Alabama. And I got a statement, and I'm not just directing this at him. This is anybody. I played the game of football and I've coached. Whatever level I played at, whatever I coached at, that's besides the point. I've been a part of the game. I've been a part of the game, know enough to where a football player, just because you play football good, doesn't mean you understood football. Some people play football good, but that don't make you a good football player, because football players know the game. And I'm not saying that falls on everybody. I'm not saying that it falls on anybody. I'm just saying some people play football good, but that doesn't make you a good football player. Meaning, some people went out there and lined up at their wide receiver position, and when they were told to run a 8-yard corner and go up and catch the ball, and that's what they did good. That don't mean they understood why they was doing it. They don't understand why they got open. They just went out there and did what coach did. Coach told them to do. That don't make you a good football player, though. That means you play good football. Come on. 85. There go my boy T. Ross. Yeah, I was 85. You know, I was on my Ocho Cinco. You know? See, I told y'all, man, I don't have no reason to lie on this junk, man. And he, man, come on. We used to watch the Bama games in my room, in our lobby, at our doors. We're college players too. NAIA, of course. But we used to watch the games on Saturday and talk football. Man, come on, bro. We want out here fanboy. They know. Keep hitting them likes button, man. I'm gonna open this phone line back up. I had to come and get Jay though. Jay, I think you just need to calm down, bro. Jay, only one. Y'all got a lot to learn, bro. Y'all got to learn, bro. Oh, we put the wrong Jay in timeout? Nah, not this Jay. We don't put this Jay in timeout. We want this Jay in timeout with his fair weatherness. Nah, Jay, we just don't. It ain't getting our feelings. Fair weatherness has no place here. You cannot. You can be here, but don't be barking loud. Because then when your fair weatherness gets that's the cure. You got to go to the corner. That's the cure. That's how you get cured from fair weatherness. You go sit back there in that corner. That's how we've been helping people, man. We trying to help you, man. Vehicle Spins is back. Vehicle Spins, you know where you supposed to be at too. Don't play. Get in your spot. We saved your spot. That way. Let's go. Hey, phone line is open. We got our phone call on the line. Shout out to my boy Greg is on the line. Greg, you in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, my boy.
What's up, my brother? Gonna take Jay down.
Hey.
He's in timeouts where he needs to be.
Yep, exactly.
Bad boy.
Bad boy, Jay.
Come on, Jay. You better than that. You better than that, bro. Come on, don't be getting us riled up. We've already had 3 days of being riled up. We're ready to go on to something else.
Thanks, man. Talk to me about this Alabama South Carolina game, Greg.
Well, I do hope we play with a little more effort. I mean, I know there's a lot of things that happened that game Saturday, but the effort or just the leadership of now I didn't get to see all the camera angles. I'm just saying, when I look, I saw some people laughing a little bit. I just didn't see, of course, it didn't show everything. I didn't say it couldn't happen. I thought we'd have had something, a little more something from players getting on other players or doing something. But whoever that retard was that was saying something about Milroe, are you effing kidding me?
Bro, I don't get it.
This dude is on fire.
I don't get it.
17 minutes. I think it was 9 possessions. It could have been 7. I don't know. It wasn't many.
It wasn't.
Okay. Our defense did not help. Defense lost that game. It was not offense. I don't care about that stupid. That was luck on that on the interception. I don't think Ryan stuck his foot in the ground good. I'm just saying, off somebody's helmet. It was a fluke play, and the sack wasn't his fault. Maybe he should have covered it up a little bit better. But come on, people, are you kidding me?
Come on, and that's why, Greg, I brought this show in today. I didn't care to hear Darius. I didn't care to hear. But what you're not going to do is put anything on Miro. Like Miro is the least of our problems this season. That's why I think Miro will be the reason why this team turns it around this week against South Carolina. I look for Miro to probably have the best.
Win the game.
Yeah,
4-2. Yeah, because their defensive, their pass rush is really good. Their 2 defensive ends are elite. Our offensive line better get their ass together this week But I'm not worried about too much about the offense. I'm worried about the defense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't have a problem with the 4-2-5, but everything I was reading and, during the summer we were all talking about the swarm. I don't see no swarm. I thought we were going to be blitzing more, taking a little more chances. Maybe we don't need to be because I'm not in practice. But I thought, man, we'd be, causing some negative plays, bringing the heat, exotic blitzes, and all this stuff. Man, we're vanilla. If you ask me.
Greg, that's a lie. I'm gonna tell you why. +7 in turnovers. +7 in turnovers compared to last year. +7 in turnovers compared to last year at this point. I told you in the summer. I told you in the summer this was going to be a space opportunity defense. A space opportunity defense. Read and react. We cannot fault the scheme if players are not reacting and running to the ball. Week 1 against West Kentucky, you see the scheme going in effect. We shut them out. We're going in week 2 against USF. What happens? Well, their offense is moving the ball, but they're not scoring. Guys are reacting to plays. Average yards per carry against USF, the highest of the season, 5.2 yards per carry. That's the highest we've had this season. Last game against Vanderbilt, 3.1. This is not a schematic thing, bro. Players got to tackle. That's all. I'm not hearing. Players got to tackle. If players tackle this week, we see a totally different team.
I agree. I mean, maybe I know we had more.
Michigan did it out the same scheme, bro. Michigan just did it out the same scheme.
I just thought, when USF played us, and this is what I'm thinking. Like I'm not a football audience like you, my brother Smook. But I was, when USF played, they was bringing crazy stuff against us. Our offensive line was confused.
Yes.
It just doesn't seem like we're doing. Maybe we're not supposed to. Maybe I'm totally wrong because I knew we were going to cause more turnovers, and I know we have. I have no problem with that. It just doesn't seem to me, or maybe it was just Saturday. We just didn't look aggressive. I know we're playing on our heels. Maybe that's what it was. It was just, 6 quarters, man, we gave up 71 points. We can't get off the field. It's just, I don't know.
Man, listen, what
do we got to do?
Tackle. Literally tackle.
Yeah,
the games where we're in double digit missed tackles, that's when they've scored more than 10 points. The worst game of the season when we have the most missed tackles, and I'm not going to go with PFF numbers. That's when we see this type of breakdown. It's not scheme. Yeah. Going into the South Carolina game, and I know you can't let the Vanderbilt game go right now, Greg, but going into the South Carolina game, if we see better tackling, this week, nobody's going to nothing's going to change schematically. I guarantee you Kane Womack is not going to change anything schematically. And if everybody makes tackles,
I'm a believer.
This is the thing. Go watch every game from this season. There's not one time where there's not very many times. I'm not going to say one time. There's not very many times compared to last season where guys are just open. Guys are wide open in the middle of the field. Guys are wide open streaking down the field. Like there are very many. If you see a guy open, he's beating a guy. If you're, literally beating a guy, not just open, just wide open. He's beating a guy. Somebody got beat. They didn't do their job. Even on the offense, the run game, if you see it, the guy's not just busting through wide open holes. Somebody's in the hole, leaning in with a shoulder, reaching the arm, instead of going to make a tackle. Everybody, if you slow down and watch every game to the season, the scheme is not the problem. Players have to step up and make plays. They can't expect that script A on their chest to make the play for them. That's what it boils down to. Okay. That's what it is. Last 30 seconds for you, Greg. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Well, I love you, Smook. Thank you for setting me straight. You're my dealer. Okay, this is one thing that, look, I love DeBoer. I love our whole staff. But I started looking at Washington scores, man. And I hope we're not doing the same thing. I hope we're not going to be coaching and playing up or down to our competition. That's what I'm That's
been my concern too, Greg. I have to get with you with that one. I said it. I said it against USF.
I don't want to sense it. But my crimson sensors, my Spider-Man senses are starting to come around. And I'm starting to see something. I don't know. I hope they know. I'm surely to God, the ones that are there, like, you cannot take. That's the one thing Saban always did. He didn't hardly ever lose to somebody that he shouldn't have.
Right.
And he had them all scared to death against whoever we played, especially if it was but there again, Vanderbilt's going to beat somebody else, and by God, they better beat Auburn. That's all I got to say. They better beat Auburn. I think they're playing at Auburn, but oh my God! But But I just hope and pray that they don't do that, because you can't do that in the SEC. You might get away with it in the Pac-12. Like last year, they beat Oregon one week, and almost got beat by a sorry-ass Arizona State team. Had to hang on and barely win. So that's just what I'm saying. I hope I'm wrong.
For sure, Greg. 100%, Greg. Well, I got to get you off the line, man. We're going to open this thing up, talk segment, man. Appreciate you for calling in, bro.
Great. Hey, love your discipline. Stay with it.
Hey, roll tide, man. You know I'm going to stay 10 toes down.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
All right,
Love
Greg.
you,
appreciate you, man.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My boy, Greg. Hey, listen, I'm always open for a gut check. You know what I'm saying? If somebody got to give me a reality check, I'm open for it. I felt it. My boy needed it. Because I want y'all to look at the numbers, man. Y'all look at the numbers. Stop looking at the play. Like, what? They keep running the ball. Y'all, go look at how many missed tackles we have behind the line of scrimmage. Some of y'all don't have time to do it. I do. I go and I look, and I'm telling you, man, just this whole season, it's been so many missed tackles behind the line of scrimmage. And for my guy, only one bank, it was the USF game. The right kid, the running back, I forget his name, something right. Jaheim Otis had hands on that man 3 or 4 times, man. And you can see Freddie Roach like snap and call Jaheim out. You put young James Smith in. He gets out there. He busts through the backfield, wraps the guy up, doesn't take him down, but he wraps him up. Everybody swarms to the ball. Defense celebrates. Everybody's talking about James Smith firing off the ball and doing what he had to do. And from that moment on, anytime James Smith has been on the field, he's had an impact. I haven't seen James Smith get pushed around a lot. I've seen Jaheim Otis demand a lot of attention now. We're not going to lie, because of people still are looking at Jaheim Otis from his freshman year, that flash he had. I'm telling you, this South Carolina game, this is going to be one where our defensive line is going to show up. 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121. Call in. We kind of got over on Greg's phone call. We got about 20 more minutes left on the show, though. So I'm gonna let y'all have about 12 more minutes of phone call segment. I love how y'all been participating in the phone call segments too, y'all. The phone call line is picked up. I know the timing is off crazy. If you really want to get in on the phone line, I'm telling you, if you really want to get on the phone lines, every time you jump in on this chat, you better make sure you hit that live button so it could catch you up to what's currently happening. And we got 65 likes on the stream. We got 83 viewers in the chat right now. Let's get them likes up as we end it, get towards the closing of this show. We got another caller online. Let's see who it is. 706.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Nope. When you call in, say your name and put you in the game. Yeah, you don't get that. You don't get that. We call in, say your name and put me in the game. Say your name and put me in the game. We don't do that. That's how we keep the trolls. Cause you sad. It's one thing to be sad. It's one thing to be sad, but it's one thing to come in here and just throw out crazy stuff like Kane Womack is the problem, and not hold our players accountable for not making tackles. I'm going to keep saying it. If our players make 12 more tackles in that game on if our players make 12 tackles on third down, it's a different game. Got another caller on the line. Y'all know who it is.
Call from.
Piano Man.
To accept, press 1.
Yo, Piano Man, what's good, my brother? You in the game? Talk to me, big bro.
Man, put me in the game anyway, because you're supposed to say that. I'm going by protocol.
Look. I got your number saved. So you on the VIP list. So they got your name saved. I got to finish adding everybody else, man.
Yeah, man. Look at here, man. Let me tell you something. Are you familiar with a dude named Lenoris Sellers, Raheem Sanders, and Mazio Bennett?
Yeah, that's the quarterback for South Carolina, and Raheem was the transfer running back from South Carolina, very strong running back. And then I think you mentioned the wide receiver that they have over there at South Carolina.
Yeah, that's who I want to talk about. Man, we done with Vanderbilt. We lost Boone Powell. You know, they got us on a good day. Like I said yesterday, Buster Douglas did knock out Mike Tyson one time. So, you know, it happens to us. We just need to tighten up. But check this out, Smook. Lenoris Sellers, a freshman. He's thrown for 555 yards, 2 TDs, and 3 interceptions with a quarterback rating of 43.4. Why am I bringing this up? Raheem Sanders, 65 carries, 315 yards, 4 touchdowns. Mazio Bennett, 14 receptions, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Why am I bringing this up? Saturday will be a red letter day for Alabama to get their defense together, because when you look at these cats on paper, it favors our defense.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this would be the time to show everybody that we are not that defense that you saw last week.
100%.
This is the real deal. I'm just being honest. And I know that games are not won and lost on paper. You made a key statement earlier. I stopped working on my schoolwork and just to call in. But, bruh, you made a key statement when you said, just because you're a good football player, it doesn't necessarily make you a good football coach, analyst, this, that, and the third. You just know that you did what the coach told you to do, and you don't know exactly why.
I said you may play football good, but that doesn't make you a good football player. That's
Right.
the
You
statement.
may play,
I want people to hear that. Like, you may play football good, but that does not make you a good football player. Football players are they study the game. They know the game. They understand why they're doing things. You may play the game good. You might just be out there. You might be fast and can run. Like, we had those fellas in the hood. Everybody know they got that one boy that homie in the hood that never played organized football. But when you get down on street ball, you playing out in the neighborhood. Can't nobody touch him. Can't nobody tackle him. You put some pads on that joker to put him in the I formation, handing the ball off. He don't know about hitting no gaps and none of that. He learned how to do that. Coach tell him to run right there next to him when you get the ball. He could do that good. That don't mean he ever was a good football player. He just played football good.
Yeah, and so one of the things that I want us to understand, that our defense this week can do, what we're supposed to do. But you take these same 3 guys, Sellers, Sanders, and Bennett. If we're not on our proverbial A game like we're supposed to do, these same 3 guys can light us up by themselves. Like, we know it takes the line and this, that, and the third and others. But these 3 guys can light us up right here and we can make them look like that they're world beaters.
Yep.
It all goes back to fundamentals, like what you've been saying, what some of the others been saying. Tackling, wrap up. Do more than put your hands on them. Now, back when I was coming along, they said, don't be sitting up there dancing with them. What you dancing for? You going through the dance, go through the dance. We are here to play football. Use your hands. Use your hands to get past these guys and tackle, wrap up. That arm tackling is not going to bring anybody down. Fundamentals. And that's where we are. So I just wanted to kind of change the game up a little bit, and it's time to focus on South Carolina, because trust me, these guys are coming in with the mindset, we can beat these dudes.
Mm-hmm. They want to be physical. Everybody right now, I guarantee if I go to any fan base right now, the first thing they're going to say is Alabama's defense is soft. That's going to say, before they look at a scheme or anything, they're going to talk about how soft our defense is. That's what they're going to say.
They're going to say you soft. They're going to say you softer than a marshmallow. That's what they're going to say.
Yep.
That's what they're thinking. But we've got to change that mindset. We've got to change our own mindset. I'm studying right now about time management.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that they talked about is you must change your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Time management begins in your mind. Everything begins in your mind. So my question is, what are our players saying about themselves? How are we managing our time? That's what we're doing. That's what we have to do. So we can talk and put down and this, that, and the third. But we've got a game to play Saturday. And these guys right here, and I hadn't even went over the defense yet. I haven't looked at it. I haven't had the time to look at it. But I did look at these 3 guys, because these are the 3 guys that they're highlighting.
Mm-hmm.
And then so here's Jam Miller, that has way more hardware than Raheem Sanders. But is our O-line going to give him a chance to do his thing? Will our O-line give him a chance to Justice Haynes to do his thing? Will our O-line hold up enough let Jalen Milroe do his thing, because Lennar Sellers has 555, passing yards with a QB rating of 43.4. Jalen Milroe has twice the number of yards, thrown for us. So you're going to let Lennar Sellers look like Jalen Milroe? We got to put the heat on him. That's all I'm saying.
Got to.
Fundamentals, Smook. Fundamentals. So anyway, Piano Man is out. And brother, before I go, y'all listen. Share the lives. Share these lives on your own. Just pick one out of the air. Just pick any one of them and go to your different pages of social media. Let's do this, man. We are on the verge of something big. I can't give it away. I'm not gonna give it away, but I'm gonna put it to you like this: Coach is on the verge of something grand, of something big. And listen, you can be a part of it. We all can be a part of it, but we got to do our part. So share the lives and talk our network up. Don't talk it down.
Yes,
talk
sir.
it up. And remember, you're a part of this community. So, Coach Smook, man, you know how I feel about you, bro.
Yes, sir.
AAA community, you know how I feel about y'all. Roll Tide. And, bro, I'll see you later on.
Yes, sir. Roll Tide, bro. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Let's go, man. Some good South Carolina takes there from our one and only Piano Man, one of our Coach Smook Network personalities, y'all. Y'all about to see and hear more Piano Man on the network as we continue to expand, man. The demand for Coach Smook, the media personality, sports media personality is in demand, and I'm really embracing it. I never thought it would get to the level it's going to, but I'm glad. I'm glad that it's. Oh, I'm glad I stuck with it. I'm glad that you all continue to support and push the brand, push the vision, and we're doing some special things. So yeah, but yeah, I saw a conversation. That was the last phone call of the segment. Let me see who this is. This one might seem interesting. 917, you on the line?
JB, put me in the game, Coach.
Let's go, man. JB, what's up, brother? You caught me at the last second because I sure was about to hit that X button to close the phone line. What's up, JB? You in the game? Talk to me, my boy.
Hey, man. I know I'm late, family.
Mm-hmm.
But, I had to instead of daddy today, I had to be Uncle JB today and take my niece to the doctor. Oh, man. There's a lot that I wanted to get into. I know I only got a little bit of time, so just let me go real quick.
Go ahead.
So, first of all, people talk about, I'm going to bring it up. I know we don't want to talk about it, but this is the last thing I'm going to say on Vandy. Y'all talk so much about Vandy, but let me tell y'all something. Didn't we get an offensive line from Vandy before? His name was Tyler Steen. So Vandy wasn't that damn bad. If we can get an offensive line, that's the moment we're going to grub that out. We're going to move on to Saturday's game. Saturday is going to be a different thing. We're going to see a difference in our players and our coaches. But I really want to see something in our players. Did they really take the time? I don't want to hear about no team meeting. I don't want to hear about Nick Saban coming to talk to you because he can't always come talk to you. You have a new coach now. And if something goes bad, you can't go back to Nick Saban. You gotta trust in what you have right now.
Ooh, you're gonna make some fans mad right there, but that's what I was gonna say in my closing because I'm so sick of people. Saban did what he would have did, which was retire because he knew it was a time for a change. So all y'all Saban would have fans, shut the up, like for real, man. It's like, dude, if you want to go, instead of showing up and watching this new Alabama football era, go back every Saturday when we play. Just go back to go to YouTube, go pull up Alabama week 1, 2007, whoever we played the first week of Saban's first, and you can watch that game. You can start watching that. Take the next 17 years and rewatch every game every Saturday because it's on YouTube. I've done it. I did it before. I went back and I found all the old games. They're on YouTube. Go find them and enjoy that. Stay there and get on Twitter and talk about how we beat or talk about how we lost to ULM. I want you to react to that one first, and then start reacting to every week. Just react as if those games are happening in real time, so you can stop talking about Saban. You can still live in Saban era.
Right. Because it's funny. It's like y'all bring up Saban this, Saban would have did that, Saban. We know what Saban is. I already gave you an analogy before. If you see Nick Saban and Michael Jordan in the same room, who you getting an autograph from? It's going to be very hard because they're both on that type of on that aura. Y'all keep bringing up Nick Saban. He's not here. He's our lifeline. I love what Curtis said. I really wish I could have called in at that time. I love what Curtis said. He's your lifeline when needed. When needed. Not all the time. because when we do win, what are y'all gonna say? Y'all gonna use the naysayers and the trolls. Well, see, he had to go back to Nick Saban. He had to go back to Nick Saban to get the blueprint. He can't really coach them. Nick Saban's still coaching. Y'all are giving in. Y'all feeding into that BS.
That's the media, bro. That's the media. That's TDA and the Bama Standard and all them reporting that crap like it's so important, you know. And even with Curtis coming in and saying it, I want people. He was saying it as if okay, everybody's saying it because it's true. It was going to happen regardless. Coach Saban was coming to speak to the team this week, regardless if they beat Vandy or not. It was already on the schedule. It's part of what he's been coming and speaking to the guys. He stops in whenever. So why is it all of a sudden such an important thing this week that all these outlets and media people want to put it out? Oh, well, keep following the agenda. Keep following the media agenda. That's why you're not going to. Man, I ain't even gonna get in there. But this ain't Saban's team or this Coach Katie's team. They got an opportunity to turn the ship against South Carolina. We know South Carolina has some weapons on the offense side. We know they got some solid defensive line. Their whole front, to me, is a solid defensive front. That's an SEC front with South Carolina. That secondary, they got some spots. We got to find them. We got to be able to hold up protection and attack them in that secondary, but they're not very weak on defense. This South Carolina defense is very, very good. They're athletic. Shane Beamer and his defense are very athletic. What do you see happening this weekend? What do we need to see done? You got a minute. Run with it.
What I need to see done, I need to see a D-line. I don't want to see nobody else. I want to see how aggressive my D-line is going to be this week. I really want to see that. You might not get to the quarterback, but I want to see how aggressive. I want to see that push. I want to see that from both sides of the line. Actually, I haven't seen a good running game in 4 years. If you really want to go back, I haven't seen it since Derrick Henry and them boys.
Najee 2020.
Well, 2020, it was kind of like
Najee 2020, 32 carries, 240 some yards. That's. I mean, he was averaging like 21 carries a game that year. So Najee 2020.
You look into the stats. I'm not into them stats right now. I don't care about the average of yards. I don't want to see all that. I don't care about them numbers. I want to see on the field.
What do you mean?
Okay, well, hold on. There's a reason why I say that. Because the stat, when we start putting out stats, that's just to basically make your point on how great he is and what the coach is doing or not doing. I want to see it on a consistent basis. Don't give me no stats, and then when you come back on the next drive, ain't no push. Come back on the next drive, ain't no push. Come back on the next drive, ain't no push. I don't care about no goddamn stats right now. I want to see because stats don't mean nothing if you don't win. It don't mean a damn thing to me if you're not getting that W. I don't care what your stats look like if you don't win. It's just my opinion. I can't speak for everybody else. Jalen's stats look great, but who cares? We didn't win.
JB, I'm gonna teach you something right now.
So break it down.
The stats, and this is a lesson I learned about 9 years ago. I'm gonna say about 9. What I'm 30. Yeah, so about 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The stats, instead of trying to think about how a play happened, oh, this a big run, the stats tell you where to look. So a lot of times when you have what you claim to be as a big run game, I want you to look at Derrick Henry's average yard per carry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Derrick Henry was the first running back. He the one set the most 20+ yard rushes in a season record at Alabama. You remember that?
Yes, he did.
That wasn't what he averaged, though. Derrick Henry only averaged 5.1 yards per carry. Go look at Jace McCullen's average per carry last year. Go look at Roydell Williams' average per carry. So the stats tell you where to look. You see what I'm saying? Jace, Derrick Henry, Roydell Williams, they all had similar yards per carry average. Volume is a big factor, but effectiveness, man, Jace McClellan, we seen Jace McClellan at least twice, 3-4 times a year break 50+ yard runs.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say you can't deny the stats. The stats they don't tell the story, but they tell you where to look to find the story. And the story is I'm not going to sit here and discredit our run game because I don't think our run game is getting enough opportunity. I can't be mad at Justice production if he's only getting 7-8 carries a game and Jam is only getting 12. Like, we need carries if we want to see that type of production. But the way the game is played, you can't volume that. So you depend on the 6.1, you depend on the 4.8 yards per carry. So when you hand it off 6-7 times to that player, he's hitting that 50 yard. You want him to be at that 50 yard mark at the 6th carry. You give him 12 carries, you want to be close to 100. That's what the game has become.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Because the stats is going to be stats. You're going to need numbers. You're going to need numbers. But I'm talking about for the consistency of our offensive line and getting that push. Yeah, we could break a big time run. Your average is going to go up. And if you don't run the ball no more, your average is going to stay there, right?
Yeah.
Were you really that productive?
Only Bank said something that I have said with this doggone offensive play calling. There's times in this game, especially when our defense has had a long drive, we've seen the run game the run game to me has been effective this whole season. We just haven't used it enough. Whether it was the quarterback run game or the running back putting the run, we may not be breaking 7-8 yards a carry. It's not meant to be that. But when you give this offensive line the opportunity to create a push, not get a push, but create a push. Let's just start a push. Let's get 7 or 8 run plays in the first quarter, right? This last game against Vanderbilt, guess how many actual handoffs we had in the first quarter? 6. 6. That's inexcusable. That's inexcusable. That's one because we only had the ball. We only had 2 possessions in the first half. We only had the ball for 3 minutes or something like that. 4 minutes in the first half. In the first quarter, I'm sorry, first quarter. Only had the ball 4 minutes of that quarter. But then 2, you go out there and you get 4 yards on the carry. Then you get 1 yard on the carry, and then you go about the next drive. You get another 4 yards on the carry, and you get a 2-yard gain on the carry. Like, why are we not trying to build momentum? You're getting 4 yards of carry every time you hand the ball off the first time.
So then I got to ask the question, okay, now I'm going to restrict it to the coaches. Do they trust our offensive line to be consistently getting the push?
I
don't. If the players see something, no, not to cut you up. If the players see something that they feel that is not working, now is the time to actually voice your opinion in these team meetings and take over the game.
Oh, now that's a whole different scenario. Now we're turning the page to a different conversation, because I'm gonna tell you right now, that conversation was had in the fourth quarter of this last game. That conversation there before the strip sack, that conversation was had before that drive. That was an exchange between coach, team leaders, offensive leaders, Jalen Monroe, very vocal about, let's get back to what we know. This is what we want. This is what we. If you look at that drive, after that pass play, that deep shot, if that deep shot is a completion, we hand the ball off to Jam Miller 3 times. That's how our drives. People forget Jam Miller had 2 rushing. Was it Jam and Justice had a rushing touchdown?
Jam had 2.
Jam had 2 red zone, big red zone rushes too. I think one was for 18, and the other one was right outside the 20.
Yeah.
So I mean the run game is effective. They have a style, a system on how they want to use it. They want to use that green area for their shot plays, which I agree with. If you're going to hit your shot plays, let's go green. Let's do it in the green. That's in between the 40s. Let's go green. Let's take these shots while we can, and give ourselves a good opportunity to put ourselves in red zone position to score with our strong run game, our effective short yardage run game that we know is effective. We're gonna get 4 yards.
If that is the mentality that we had in the fourth quarter, I already told you. I said it before too, and Curtis repeated. He said, "I'd rather lose early than late."
Yes,
that's the best point. I'd rather lose early than late. I don't care who we lost to, we lost.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I gotta understand. I don't care who we lost to, we lost. But if the players are gonna take accountability right now and be like, "Look, we taking over this team. We're gonna show the B-side 5. If you're gonna say that, come out and be that." Because our old school teams, even all the championship teams, even the current team, they took over this game. Nick Saban was the face, but y'all are taking over this game.
It's your game to win. It's your game to win. It's your game to lose at the end of the day. I could call whatever.
Exactly.
It's your game to win and your game to lose.
The refs can't dictate the game if you take it over. If you dominate from the game from the first snap, then you got to worry about the refs.
Yep. 100%.
So we're gonna go in there. We're gonna bust their tail. I'm not trying to curse right now. I love y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna go in there. We're gonna do what we need to do. Defense, offense, and special teams. I need to all come together and show everybody why we're tied. Period. I love y'all.
Yes, sir.
Smook, I'm gonna talk to you later. Oh yeah, the wife said,
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me stop the music. Hold on. Let me so I can make sure I can hear clear. What she say? What Boss Lady T say?
Boss Lady T, you might have somebody in the transfer portal.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Hey, I need staff. I need all. Look how the church folks say. I need all the praying folks on the wall right now. We need the prayers on the wall. I need my staff. Get it. We gonna be in contact. Tell her my people gonna be reaching out to her people real soon.
Yeah. Love y'all. Chick-fil-A. Talk to y'all later.
Roll time, my boy.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Coach Smook Morning Show, y'all. Appreciate y'all for all the co-sponsors of today's stream, all the super chats that came through. Y'all, we had another good one. I don't know about y'all, but I enjoyed every time. Like, it seemed like the last 5 or 6 shows have been crazy good. I don't know what y'all got going with this energy in the chat, but I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all really bringing it every day, every stream. Every time we come live, y'all bringing the energy. The gaming streams, it don't matter. It be the check-ins, whatever. Y'all been bringing it. I want to give a shout out to baby bro Gary, man. This boy is cool. We was having a conversation, and I don't know if that's what you referenced. I don't know if you talking about the spokes on the tire. Y'all remember that joke yesterday? Caller, your brother acting up with the stupid chats, but y'all so crazy. Oh man, y'all so crazy, man. But y'all, this is gonna be crazy. Let me see. Why my phone going off? Let's see. What's going on? Whew. Let's see. What we got going? Uh-oh. You got people talking about Kalen DeBoer don't have no backbone. Man, shut up. This dude, Kenny P. Kalen DeBoer don't have no backbone. Boy, you look like you ain't got no backbone. Yeah, Auburn fan. That's what it is. That's the problem. Yeah, Auburn fan. You ain't got no backbone, buddy. He ain't got no backbone, Kenny P. Y'all want to see what I'm talking about on Twitter? Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. It probably ain't even on my timeline. He ain't got no backbone, Kenny. Let me check the bookmarks. I had something I wanted to check out. It was something I wanted to address on Twitter real quick before we get up out of here. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It was the Marquise Mays tweet. I already addressed it. I ain't gonna keep diving into it. Some people just they just say what they want to say. And Clint Dick said something so real, y'all. This is why when I don't speak negative on them, but I don't feel sorry when players hit the portal and they go to other spots and they don't have no success and people be feeling sorry for them, talking about what they could have did at Bama and all. Nah, Clint Dick said it right here, and I agree 100%. Players are opting out to redshirt a year because they didn't get playing time. What about creating good habits and working on your craft? Just quit. No more reps at practice, no more routines. Just going to the portal rusty. Got it. Noted. Everybody crashing out. Oh, yeah, you talking about everybody crashing out? You was one of them, though. Whoa, Kobe Young. This what y'all was talking about? This is what you come in. You come in talking to us about what we got going on. Y'all got freaking woman beaters on the squad. Get out of here, man. Kirby lost control. Y'all talking about Kalen DeBoer ain't got no backbone. Come on, man. We got one speeding ticket. Whoa, what? Whoa, what?
It's a hard situation, but at that point, it was, I just saw it as an opportunity there. We had a couple of injuries on the offensive line, and again, just like wanted to get him in there to just make, get some live reps, and he did a fantastic job. Playing with energy, extending plays, finding some completions down the field, which was all fantastic. So, it's a
Y'all, I hate it for Bryce, man. Okay, y'all. And everybody was asking what Damian Harris said.
But I'm not trying to disrespect you. But what you did last night on that football field was complete and utter bull.
Yeah. He was right. I ain't gonna play it again. I don't want to try to get I ain't trying to fight no copyrights. But y'all, that's today's show. Listen, tomorrow we got we don't have any live Bama coverage, live content or anything. We'll report on any breaking news or anything. But tomorrow's the day where we do our gaming content, man. Y'all come in. If you at home tomorrow during the day, I know that a lot of people be facing that storm. So if you're safe somewhere, you're at home, jump in and enjoy the gaming content, y'all. Jump in, enjoy the gaming content. It's gonna be fun-filled. Gonna open it up and play a few games, man. We're gonna play a few games. We'll actually do our live game simulation tomorrow night. We're doing live game simulations on Wednesday nights now instead of waiting till the weekend. We're gonna start doing them on Wednesday nights. Go ahead and put them out there so they can be edited, and then we'll premiere the edits on Fridays. That's gonna be cool. Or Saturday mornings. I'm saying Friday. We're going to premiere the edit Saturday mornings. But white letter merchandise lineup coming out October 15th. We'll be making a launch. We also got another surprise. We probably won't be using the same distribution. We'll be using the same distribution, but we probably won't be using the same site. We got some cooking, y'all. We got some brewing. And then also we got a lot of things coming up over the coming up into the fall and winter months with Coach Smook Network. Y'all going to see a lot of our youth sports content on over here on the page. Make sure y'all listen. So the channel is growing, y'all. We started yesterday's live stream with 2,138 subscribers. I stand before you today. We are 40 plus and growing. So we're at 2,170, I believe. Let me pull it up. Give y'all a real count of where we're at, because y'all are doing y'all part of sharing the content. And people are coming around. 2,175. So we're 25 away from 2.2K. Y'all keep sharing the content, man. Y'all doing exactly what needs to be done to continue to share the word and let people know that we have something special brewing over here at the Coach Smook Network. Another thing, I still believe Alabama's going to be in the SEC championship. So be on the lookout for the SEC party, the SEC tailgate party weekend, the AAA party weekend, SEC championship party weekend is going to be in Atlanta. We're going to be our host site is going to be at the DoubleTree Hotel in Atlanta. We're going to get all that information out once we are confirmed as going to the SEC championship. We still believe. So keep putting your dimes, nickel and dime, and put it to the side, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. But if everybody wants to know about the range cost of what you're going to need just to book your room, it's going to be anywhere from $350 to $485 for the weekend for that Thursday through that Monday. We booking Friday through that Monday to get the rate that we're getting. It's not a group rate, it's just a special rate with 4 days. Definitely looking at reserving it. You can lock in a room now and get refunded if we don't make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? If we don't make the SEC championship. So that's something to look forward to, man. And we got new shirts, we got new merch. Like I said, we got cups being made. VIP members, you'll start getting your shirts shipped out this month. Your VIP shirts. Think about becoming a member of the AAA family, y'all, and becoming a VIP member so y'all can get all the new cool merch and all the stuff that we'll be bringing to the network. Y'all get to be a part of it, man. But thank y'all for tuning in today, man. Listen, don't listen to the naysayers, y'all. Do not listen to the naysayers. Don't let that fair weather energy get over. Man, what am I seeing? What am I seeing? Let me see. I keep seeing this. Why? What they fire my boy for? Oh, the Jets fired him? The Jets fired Robert? Oh, dang it. Ah, dang. Bring that boy to Alabama. Nah, you good, Nicole? Nah, you good, because I kept seeing it earlier. And I know, y'all know KT, my baby, she's a Jets fan, diehard Jets fan. So I know she kind of pissed off. She actually was liking that coach, man. But she said it. She called it. My girl called it. Y'all already have KT back on this thing? Listen, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm believing in our boys to make. Look at that, boys. Boys. Am I saying it right? My Jamaican accent came out. Aaron Rodgers said, I can't deal with this summer gun, man. That sucker, man. He don't want to let me run this team. He don't want to let me run this team. But nah, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for hanging out today. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe on your way out. We had fun today. If y'all are not, please think about becoming a member of the AAA family. If you are a member of the AAA family, this is for you. And don't forget, y'all, make sure y'all check out the merch before we change everything up on y'all, man. Y'all been waiting too long. I told y'all stuff gonna go fast, man. As a matter of fact, I think, and I have to check the reports. We might be low on a lot of those items, and it's time to put up a new merch site. So y'all ready to continue to support and do those things? Just like, share, subscribe, continue to check out the shorts. Hey, go back and look at all the shorts, y'all. We had a lot of funny stuff. I was looking at my page yesterday. I actually enjoyed watching my own content. I usually don't do that. I enjoyed it. So y'all go check it out. Continue to support your boy. I appreciate y'all. And remember, when you ever see me out, man, just say, hey, coach, put me in the game. Welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network, and because of that, you have access to all the behind the scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel, backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with outside with Coach Smook or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook, it will be preferred, and we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So thank you for all your contributions and welcome to the family. AAA SOS.
Leandre Gota Tejus.